Hello and welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Here on the D&D Time Twitch channel, I'm Jeremy, and I'm back. I'm back from my vacation. I'm excited to be back and to play some Dungeons and Dragons with my four favorite goons. How are you doing, my four favorite goons? You guys,
I made the top four.
do you object to the word? Do you object to the term goons, or
Nah.
is that okay?
Goon companions.
It depends. It depends on the context.
Yeah, but
Of
you're,
the
you're,
word.
sorry,
goonery.
you're like my cohort.
Yeah,
goons.
exactly.
You're not like
Like,
my
that's-
underling goon.
Exactly.
This
exactly.
is part of the goon squad, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Goonies.
And it's my fifth favorite goon.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we
Wow.
rank about
How-
this cat.
how are y'all
Hang on.
doing?
Can we all just take a minute and realize that Jamie didn't put Jamie in his top 5 goons?
Well,
He's not a goon.
I feel like that's
I don't know about that.
Jamie's a little bit of a goon.
Uh-oh. It's on camera, guys.
It's on camera and it's recorded.
Data looks pissed.
Yeah, it's weird. So I was gone for about a week. And so now that I'm back, Data is surprisingly tolerant of the bullshit I do when I pick him up. Whereas before he'd be like, yeah, he wouldn't like it. Now he's like, oh my god, you were gone for so long, I thought you were gone. Because he has childlike object permanence, I must have been dead or something. But anyway, I'm back. Yeah, she's a goof. Exactly, she.
A goof.
Fair.
The correctly gendered goon versus goof. Which I guess now goof
I-
is feminine and goon
I'm
is...
not. I don't know about that.
Ooh, I feel like we're walking down a dangerous
bad-
Yeah,
path.
can we steer away from this?
This is
All right, well,
This is it's getting
We
a little
only-
sketch.
yeah, we're gonna step out. We're gonna go in a different direction here. We got, welcome back, guys. How y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Fred's Franks is better than ever. You know, just
Right into
these
it,
summer
right into it.
summer months coming on us with this nice 80-degree weather's cooking up a whole lot of schnurbles.
Absolutely. You know what, James? I still haven't had a schnurble, and I'll be honest, I'm a little insulted.
Jeremy,
Why?
it's not
Why haven't you emailed me a schnurble?
yeah.
That's true.
No,
You did say you were going to do that.
When
did.
yeah, do I have any pictures of schnurbles on my
Well,
phone?
maybe you can get to that throughout the game, just in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you guys are good. I'm doing great. Having a week off really recharged all of my being. All of it, I just feel better in every way. I have this looming existential dread of the next week of work, but I mean, who doesn't? So yeah, you guys ready to play some Dungeons and/or Dragons?
No.
Sure.
Excellent, right
What?
answer, Crowley. That was the right answer.
Oh,
Because
all right.
because I need to ask you guys first a question
Mhm.
every week here.
Do you need to, or
whenever-
do you just want to?
No.
I don't think it's either.
Both?
I think it's just I do it, so I'm gonna.
Fair.
If
every
he
week
doesn't,
here-
we'll open the rift.
I'm okay with that though.
Every week here, before we
I
get
don't know.
playing, I ask a random, ridiculous question. So, so you guys, the chat, can learn about our players a little bit better. So here's what I'm going to ask you guys today. I remember last time I think we asked dog or cat person, and I'm going to ask this time: what's your favorite breed of your respective animal? We'll start with you, James, because you seem to think about that a little bit more than anyone else with your immediate reaction.
So I would say I have a deep love for the Norwegian forest cat, as that was my first cat, and they're super fluffy and really nice. So
Norwegian forest cat.
yes, they're big balls of fluff.
All right. Oh, I see. They just look like normal cats. Okay. I dig. All right.
That's what I know.
I mean, fair enough.
That would have to be the long-haired miniature dachshund, the breed of my own pup. But if I had to pick a dog breed that I admire, I'd also pick the Old English sheepdog.
Yep, fair enough. Kyle?
My favorite is probably the Swedish Valhund. It's
Mhm.
like a wolf-like corgi. It's adorable.
Pardon me? A wolf corgi.
Yes. Look up Swedish Valhund. Valhund.
Oh my god, it's a sheep What the hell?
Yeah, right? It's awesome.
That is a bizarre animal. Also, its head is way too big for its body.
That's a baller.
I
dog.
know. It's so cute, isn't it? I fucking love
It, it must have like horrible like issues, right? Like I know some of those funkier breeds do.
It could.
The
You
golden
just don't
retriever
know.
problems.
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Now I need to look
I
up what
found-
this dog looks like. Norwegian Valhund?
Swedish.
No, Swedish.
Swedish Valhund.
Yeah.
Swedish Valhund.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's
Oh my
adorable.
god.
It's adorable.
Absolutely adorable.
It's like a what did you call it? Corgi and a husky.
It's a wolf and
Or-
a
It's
wolf and a corgi.
Yeah, it's a wolf
Close
on
enough.
a corgi's body.
Well, no, because if you crossbreed a husky and a corgi, by the way, look that up. That is also amazing. It's basically just a corgi with a husky's coat. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
wait a minute.
I'm
Wait a
gonna need to
minute.
get
Wait a
a,
minute. Kyle, are you just
Yes.
all about those corgi hybrids?
No. Yeah, I am. I love corgis.
Okay, well, I guess.
So like
I saw some kind of corgi hybrid yesterday. I don't know what it was, but it looked odd.
mm,
Like, I will absolutely play to the internet and say I love corgis, but I do legitimately just love corgis.
And Kyle's the most popular person on the stream now. God fucking damn it.
wow.
Damn right.
Years
Yeah.
of running D&D time, Pete, and we've been ousted in one sentence.
by
Yeah.
by, do-
I need to get
by
a cop
doges.
My dogs.
By doge.
I chose the best doggo.
Well, Crowley, what's yours?
So I'm more cat person
Mhm.
typically. I
That's why we don't get along.
Kyle, I feel like we get along pretty well.
I hate cats.
I can understand. I mean,
Well, I mean,
like.
it's because I'm highly allergic, but
Yeah, that's fair.
Same,
Yeah, well,
same
Kyle, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know that I have a
they're also
favorite.
Satan. So
Some of them. I mean, Jeremy's cat, who we saw the other day, was very nice. Coco
Well, it's because he's
true.
ancient.
was, he is old.
He's very old.
Kittens are great.
Kittens are great. Sphinx cats, I think, are cool. A lot of people think they're ugly because they
I
have
think
no
they're
fur.
apparently-
They're a little ugly.
Apparently, they're
What are they?
incredibly soft because they actually have like a teeny little like bit on like a bit of fur or something. I heard they're like actually very soft,
Hmm,
They're, like almost
Oh.
like a velvet.
Yeah,
They're a
I
little
like
creepy.
sphinxes.
They're a little creepy.
But
Little
Maine
funky.
Coon cats are pretty cool too. They're big and fluffy, but mostly big.
And
Very large cats.
they're very big. They get chunky.
I like.
And
I guess it's not a breed, but like tiger pattern gray cats as well.
Bengal cats.
oh, you go for the tiger.
Not Bengal. Like
Yeah.
it's. I don't know what to,
They
it's
get
like.
the
I think
stripes.
it's a pattern. Yeah, I think
Ooh, excuse me.
mine was. I had one that was a domestic short hair, I believe, or something like that. I just like cats.
Mm,
I also like dogs.
right?
Fair enough. And of course, my favorite. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Bengal just because I love Data so much. But I also feel like if I had more opportunity to be around them, I'd really love Savannah cats. And Shiba was saying that in the chat here. The Savannahs are. Do you know how they get so big? They're such big cats.
Yeah.
But they're so cuddly. I guess they just love to be held and get affection and all that whatnot. Which Data does not like being held too much. That's the one downside. I see Maddie Morgs really likes cat butt. So, all right, Maddie Morgs.
Classic.
any
So that
cat with a
coloring
butt-
is kind of what I was
Classic.
talking about.
Yeah, it's got the little stripe.
Mm,
A very nice little emote there.
Mm.
But yeah.
It's everyone's favorite big cat.
Oh jeez. Didn't
Oh,
we already
big
talk
cat?
about these?
Not on this. I think
we
I
talked about
asked.
animals. I don't know.
I think
Sounds
I asked
familiar.
you on Pete and Jeremy's. Ask Pete and Jeremy. I think I asked you that, but I don't remember what you two said, and I don't have an answer from James or Kyle.
I think you asked big jungle animal, and I picked the. Oh no, you did ask big cat because I picked panthers.
But yeah,
I don't
I
know
would
what
go
I
with the
would've
cheetah.
Like
Personally,
a jaguar.
Mine would be lynx. LYNX.
Lynx are cool.
Lynx
Yeah,
is
links are
very-
pretty.
I like
See,
snow
Kyle, you're
leopards.
picking the fancy cats.
fancy.
So,
cat.
so the reason behind that is my
A
mom,
fancy
when I was
creature.
younger, used to work at the Children's Science Center of Connecticut, and they had an animal section where they had a lynx.
Oh,
I got
that's
to play
hype as
with
shit.
it. It was awesome.
I got to pet a lynx once. That was fun.
Yeah, it's super fucking cool.
I got to hold a skunk one time.
Dude,
The
that
skunks
sounds
are so
terrible.
cute. No, he was de-skunked, which is horrible, I think, in retrospect.
For them, probably. Yeah.
But
I mean,
he was very cuddly.
I bet they anesthetize them before that happens. Maybe.
Yeah.
Still. Anyways.
Oh,
Shall we begin?
anywho, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons while we're here, of course.
That's
Yeah. So
That's
it
the
was
show.
Waterdeep Dragon Heist. It's a module. It released last September from Wizards of the Coast.
I don't know
I've
how we're
had a
still
lot of fun.
playing it. We already heisted a dragon.
Yeah, well,
What else
guys,
is there for us
we
to
have
do?
heisted a dragon, but there's still the adventure we have to do. The mod.
That wasn't it?
No.
I
we
feel
were
lied
supposed
to.
do.
I feel lied.
But yeah, so we are on episode
Betrayal.
11 now. We've been playing for a while. These four guys: Ilaha Q'hi,
Hello.
Fildry. James is supposed to say hello. Philado.
That's my name.
Bye.
And Tack.
That's me.
You guys have gone out in search of adventure. Really, you just happened to meet in a tavern. Weird. You got caught up in a small little task for a local kind of celebrity author, I guess you could say. And one thing led to another. You found a strange magical artifact, a little ping pong ball sized blue-gray marble, which you now know to be part of some powerful magical artifact.
Yes.
And yeah, that contains hidden knowledge. And basically, yeah, you've been caught up in this kind of web of intrigue and various factions all vying for that magic item, which you guys know where that leads at this point, correct?
Yes. That house.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
you've tracked it to, not most recently, but last time you followed the main plot, you tracked the stone via its carrier, a Nimblewright, a robot, a little robotic construct, to Gralhund Villa, which is a well-to-do estate here in the North Ward of Waterdeep. And I think that's... Oh yeah, there was an explosion at your house at some point, but that's...
Yeah, that was weeks ago.
So where we, I think, left off the last session, a group of you, namely Ilaha Q'hi, not Ilaha Q'hi,
No.
Fildry, Philado, and Tack,
Strictly
went
not
to
me.
a
Strictly not
warehouse.
Eva.
Yeah, strictly not Ela. Went to a warehouse down in the dock ward, kind of one of the slummier areas in Waterdeep. Not the slummiest area, but one of them, where your bartender employee of your tavern had been kidnapped and was being held for ransom. You went in with reckless abandon and killed everything.
Oh, what?
Much to my surprise.
You guys saved him?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
captured Emmec Frewn, your begrudged employee, and narrowly escaped a pursuing mind flayer who is probably, if I wouldn't know better, pretty upset at this point at a lot of you.
What are you gonna do?
As you've thwarted his plans twice now. So as we kind of left off last week, a lot of you had found some more orphan children. You had kind of forcibly brought them along with you back to your tavern.
More like begrudgingly.
It's the same thing.
We didn't force
That's
them
the
to come with
same
us to the
thing.
tavern.
We just told them they have to get out of there. It's
You
like
just told them they have to leave where they are and come with you.
Well, okay, we
no,
went to the
I
yawning
think-
portal and then made them an offer if they wanted to come back to our.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you brought back some cheap labor. Wasn't forceful at all. All right. Chat says it wasn't forceful, guys. So you're all good.
It was explicitly not.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've returned back to Troll Skull Manor. You found Ilaha Q'hi doing whatever Ela was doing. Now Ela is still not the night of your meeting. That's tomorrow evening.
Okay.
And it's tomorrow at midnight specifically. So you have
Yes.
a long ways to go still. And
Yes.
Ela, I imagine you were out maybe doing some of the basic things that need to be done for the tavern. Were you finding employees to work there? Like interviewing people? Were you buying some necessities?
I would have
Working
actually
out some
probably
contracts?
been scoping out the area where the meeting's supposed to take place,
Oh,
just to find the best
wow.
possible vantage point for it.
Well, in that case, we should probably head over there and take a peek at it.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
I
it's not really. I don't have like a big fancy map for it.
that's fine.
So it's right down here. It's an area called. What was it? Why do I not see it now?
Is it on
Where'd it
Candle
Uh-oh.
Lane?
No, it's not Candle Inn. It's Black Wagon Alley. I was in the wrong board.
Black Flag. Oh, okay,
So
sure.
yeah, it's this. Little
It's
place
right
here.
there. Okay, sure.
It is just barely in the dock ward, so it should be a relatively safe place.
Okay.
And yeah, it's somewhere in that alley, probably the dead end part of it, is where
Yeah.
you would expect this meeting to kind of take place. You were
Sure.
told to go there and to kill whoever arrives around midnight.
Sure. In going down that alley, what do I see? Is it like a residential area, or is it more
Yeah,
industry?
let me see. Can I give you a good description of what it is? I probably can. Yeah, it's a very gloomy, narrow alley, especially toward the dead end.
Mm-hmm.
And at night, I imagine you went in the evening. Yeah, you went
Yeah.
at night. That was when they took off.
Yeah.
It is as dark can be. It's dark as a dungeon. There
Okay,
is
sure.
not a light. Being in the dock ward, even on the outskirts of it, the people who live there, they can afford like candles, but they use them sparingly to save
Sure.
on money. The rest of the city is illuminated with the occasional, ever-burning torch or lantern or something like that. All of those have been stolen out of the dock ward areas. I mean, maybe
Obviously,
a
yeah.
couple toward like these more open areas of the alley.
I was about to say, yeah,
So up
more
toward there.
towards like up here.
Yeah, but at that dead end, it is just black, and the
Alright.
buildings are so tightly packed together that the few little alleys between them are, I mean, they're tight. They're only like a foot or two.
Not
You could
not traversable, basically.
No, there are a couple that are traversable, but they're all pretty much dead ends,
Okay.
and you'd have to like turn sideways and shimmy.
Right. So
but you
what I'm
could
looking
fit.
for is like a fire escape or some way to get onto the roofs.
Yeah, I mean the buildings are ramshackle. They're not well maintained. There are plenty of handholds.
Okay, sick.
You don't think it would be a particularly hard challenge. You also are aware of this Zentarum warehouse that you had been to before, which
Oh, right.
happens
Oh shit,
to
that's
exit
right.
out the back the Black Wagon Alley.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well, I
you
definitely
have,
don't want to go
like-
back into that warehouse.
Yeah. Well, last you knew
That
about
seems
it.
like a bad choice.
Well, last you knew about it, right? The
It was
police
under
had come
investigation.
in,
Yeah.
right? They had done an investigation.
It was
This
a crime
some
scene.
weeks ago. This was a long while ago. And being a
Probably close to 2 months at this
relatively,
point.
being a resident of Waterdeep, you'd probably be aware that something like that, odds are it's probably at this point, unless
fair.
there was additional evidence and ongoing whatever.
Right. I guess the bigger
no
part that
nobles
I'm
were killed.
the bigger part that I'm worried about is that the Zentarum have shown back up in there, and I don't want to encounter that.
Yeah, you don't know how their practices really work out.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if someone else had bought the place, I mean, it's got to be going for
Yeah,
cheap,
right?
right?
Yeah.
But it is
I mean,
what
it's a
it is.
crime scene now. Yeah.
Cool. So I think that's
alright,
pretty much
cool.
what you figure out. You can
Yeah, I was about
traverse
to say,
the tops of buildings pretty easily.
yeah. All right, cool. Because that's what I wanted to do is like just find a good vantage point for the alleyway where I can kind of see who's coming and going.
Yeah.
All that
And
kinda
I
shit.
imagine if you do check out the building,
Yeah.
at this point, it has not been seemingly repurposed or purchased or opened or anything. It
The
seems to just
Zentarum
be
warehouse?
locked up. Yeah, the warehouse. The warehouse
Okay.
just has a big old chain with a padlock on the
Let's see.
door.
All right. Cool.
Seems pretty standard for the guard,
Yeah.
or the watch rather.
Sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, Ela, when you get back a little bit before they do.
Yep.
You see, after trudging through the ice and the snow, and it's snowing pretty badly. Very,
Right.
very
Yeah,
cold.
I forgot about that.
You get inside. You go to, I imagine, what's the first thing Hila does when they get inside?
Probably goes upstairs to get out of these wet clothes.
Yeah. You go up, and it looks like someone has gone through your things.
Oh, shit.
Now, the door didn't seem like it was forced. It was still
What about
locked
the
as you
windows?
got up to it. None of your windows are broken, but
Are
they
they
also don't
open?
really have locks.
Are they
No,
open?
none of them are currently open. At least not in your room.
What? My house doesn't have locks.
A lot of second-story windows. Why would they have a lock?
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was prioritizing gun making.
Oh,
Those are
bottom
just
on the
simple
on the
latches.
lower levels, yeah, you can totally have locks there.
All right, Jeremy, let's let's try and investigate and see what we find is missing.
Sure.
Not bad.
Yeah, so Ela, as you're kind of looking around, investigating, you are able to find what looks like a small reddish-brown scale.
Reddish brown scale.
Yes. You also find that all of the dragon scales that you had are gone,
Okay.
and all of the gold pieces that you have are gone. None of the platinums, silvers, or coppers have been taken.
All right, I don't know
Which
what
a
I
lot of
would've
your money
left.
was in gold currently.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have left at the house. I might not have left anything, honestly.
I mean, I'm sure you had some walking around money at the very least.
Well, it's one of those things where Ela's like super skeptical about that, and he'd rather just keep it on his person rather than trust leaving.
Yeah,
it
but how much
anywhere.
money do you have?
Close to 1,000 gold.
You just walk around with 1,000 pieces of gold in your pocket?
Probably, yeah. Honestly,
Have we
because I
not-
keep it right next to my heart. Like, good luck trying to steal it
Just
off
a
me.
basketball-sized growth out of your chest, which has
You
gold.
know, you just turn that into
Probably.
100 platinum and you're good.
Probably.
Okay,
yeah.
sure. We can say that's fine.
All right.
You have 100 platinum pieces in your pocket.
All right.
So some of your
It's
extra
less
money
than that,
was
but, like,
pilfered.
Sure, we'll say whatever my personal funds were was like 195 gold.
Sure. Keep in mind that number,
got it.
but they just appear to be gone.
Sure. All right, I just won't delete it then, or I'll write it down as stolen.
Does Ela just kind of let that go? Nothing else appears to be missing.
Give me 2 seconds. Would I let it go? That's a good question. I mean, obviously, I would take that red-brown scale
Mm-hmm.
and look at it. Does it look? What does it look like? It would have come from like a dragonborn type deal, or?
Yeah, definitely that kind of thing. I mean, it's small. It's like this big.
Oh
Like,
shit!
an
What color is that
half an
cobalt?
inch. He's red-brown.
All right, where's that cobalt?
All right, so you just start looking around for the kobolds.
Yeah.
So you were looting for a while. I mean, not looting, but like investigating for a while, and you only just barely found that scale. It's late into the night, and there is kind of a. You hear a sound from down below in the tap room, and it is the return of the rest of your.
All right.
You can hear probably Fildry or Tack or someone.
I'm still gonna keep looking for this cobalt.
Okay. So the rest
Far
of you
more important.
return to the son of a bitch, the pint, the closed pint.
Closed
pint.
pint.
Your tavern.
Mhm.
And yeah, what do you guys want to do? It's late at night. You have Emmec Frewn with you. He is not well, and if I remember correctly, you're also really not well.
We're on gas, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Everyone
beat
is.
up.
Yeah, I think you're all in pretty rough shape.
All right, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
upstairs, lay down. Why don't you all you two sort out the kids while I go clean my wounds and fix myself up.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right, kids, welcome home.
I go upstairs.
All right.
I
Who are
start
these
giving a
four
tour.
figures.
We'll start with the tap
Well,
room.
you're
guess
not,
I
you're
don't-
not down
I'm
here,
not there.
Kyle. You're
I'm not
upstairs.
here. I'm not
But,
there. So
From your bedroom, you can hear some of the sound below you in the tap room below, and yeah, you hear a very loud, kind of shrill voice. It's like, yeah, show me everything. I want to see the whole place. This is mine now.
Oh dear.
You hear that kind of ringing in your ears.
While Philado exits,
Uh-huh.
I have to exit for a minute as well, so I will be right back.
Very well. Philado is partially frostbitten, so it takes a very long time to get around. Maybe he died on the way. Who knows? Oh, excuse me.
Fildry has been having some real congestion in this winter. So, but yeah, don't say things like you own the place, kids. You'll really piss off the ghost.
No, and you see Squidly, the little tiefling boy, holds up this chair and says, "No, this one's mine. I want it. I'm taking it." And he just kind of holds it to him. It's a little stool. Goes to this table in the corner. The other two kind of sit down. Nat, the girl, sits in the corner and quietly surveys the room, kind of back to the corner. And the kind of tubby boy, Jenks, takes out from his, under his, like, he's got like a cloak almost to him. It's tattered and obviously took it out of someone's garbage. But he takes out a little stuffed owl bear, which he begins to play with. But,
all right.
They seem to not really care. They seem pretty all right now out of the snow and ice and wind.
Well, Squidly, if you want that chair as your first week's wages, we can arrange that.
Done! He yells and slams the chair back down on the table and sits on, or not on the table. He puts it on the table, then climbs on the table, then sits.
That's not the proper way to sit in a chair there, little one, but I don't know. This is the place.
You wanted this. Remember this, Tack.
No, I didn't. I specifically said, I believe, and I quote, I think I can quote myself here, it's going to happen inevitably, so let's just cut to the part where we invite them back. But I never said I was excited about it in any way.
But
Tack, if you finish that statement, you hear a just scraping sound coming beside you, and you see one of the small whetstones that's used to sharpen the knives, and just a floating knife sharpening on it. It's the nice little knife that Philado had given Liv, your ghost bartender.
Hello, Liv.
all right, yeah. See, Squidly, look what you've done. You're breaking etiquette already.
For the record, Liv, killing children is very bad for business. And, well, you can sleep up in the room. There's room in my bed. It's next to the other halfling boy. I don't have my notes with me today, so I have no notes. Martin, thank you.
Yeah. He's literally right there.
I'm nothing without my notes.
I'm still down here. I'm Martin. I don't know what voice I used.
That sounds close enough.
Martin, you sound exactly the same as the last time I talked to you. I'm gonna go to sleep for the evening, I think.
I don't know why I'm still awake.
It's very late, Martin. Very late.
Martin goes to bed.
I'm extremely tired. I go and climb up into my tower.
All right, Tack, you clamber up into your tower.
I tell the kids they can sleep in my room if they want to.
Okay. Now, okay, so Tack, you clamber up into your tower, no problem. Liv hangs the knife up on the wall. The knife just kind of floats up to the wall and hangs up on, like, I made a little ring for it. And he doesn't kill the kids. Emmec, where the hell has Emmec been staying? Where have you put Emmec?
He still has his apartment part of his house.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So Emmec begrudgingly goes back out in the snow and trudges back to his apartment.
What? Saved his life.
Oh no, it's just because he's cold. He's very cold. He was very frostbitten by the time
that
you
was
woke him
the token. That was the token we were using for Emmec.
Yes, that's the token I'm using for Emmec.
He looks far dapper than I ever imagined.
I know.
Well, if you zoom in, he looks more greasy than dapper.
Okay.
That's true. Here, let me just full size this guy for you. We got a refresher here.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Nope. That works.
Like,
that works.
yeah,
I
like
see it.
works.
Yeah, I see it.
Like his facial hair is very much trim, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Like,
he looks
I
like a
imagine him-
swindler, an evil. He looks like a not great guy.
He looks like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think he is a bad guy from one of the Anyway, not the point. He's a bad guy in this much. Okay, so Fildry, you're the only one left in the tap room with the kids. Squidly has fallen asleep on his chair. Nat has a little wooden sword that she has kind of drawn and placed over her, like, you know, rested it over her knees, and she's like trying to stay awake. Her head kind of keeps nodding down, then kind of jolting back up, and she's trying to like stay vigilant, like she's on watch. And Jenks, Jenks is snoring very loudly and drooling. He's using his owl bear, stuffed owl bear, as like a pillow.
all
They're
right.
just already asleep.
No sleeping in the tap room. That's for paying customers only. And
You wake them up.
no, I'm just gonna hoist, you know, Squidly and Jenks onto my shoulders. Maybe trying to like, oh, Jenks a little tubby, but
Well, Jenks wakes up and goes,
Like-
"Oh, where are we going?" Squidly does not. Squidly just stays
what-
asleep. As you
we're
swing
going
over
upstairs.
his
You
shoulder.
want to walk, or I can keep carrying you?
Nat stands up and crosses her arms and just kind of nods and goes to follow you.
All right.
I like her.
Okay, so where do you put them?
So
Tack through.
tax room is floor 3, yeah.
Yeah, tax room is over here or up.
It's where
Up,
Martin is.
Yeah, he's up
Yeah.
there. You put them in with Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I'll say, all right. Yeah. There's a bath right there. There's another privy around the corner by the stairs.
I imagine there's a little fire going.
Did we fix we fixed the rune to don't try entering the library just in case the lightning rune is I'm
No,
pretty
the
sure
light, the
No, we
door
cut
is
that out of the
removed.
door.
You removed the door.
Okay.
Replaced it with a different, like, still nice but not magically protected door.
All right. And I'll be across the hall in my room.
And no one's living in the attic currently, correct?
No, Fildry is.
No, I'm in the
Alright,
master
so
bedroom.
Philado. The master bedroom.
Philado has the
Philado
attic
is
bedroom.
in the attic.
Yes. So, Philado is up in the attic bedroom. Phildry, you're back in your master bedroom.
Mhm.
And-
I am still hunting for this kobold.
Oh, right. Eli, can you roll me a perception check as you look around?
Ooh.
All right, so you're like, wait a minute. We got music for this.
I'm laser focusing in.
Does
on
he?
this.
We do. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Ela, you walk around the house. Smells like cobalt.
Perfect.
First, you check right outside your house, around your apartment in the den.
Yeah.
No sign. But things have been rooted through here as well. You check in the fireplace. There's nothing there. You move to the common room. Another scale.
Not good.
A
Okay.
few more steps, you move into the hall. No sign, but a small torn piece of brown cloth on the stairs.
Which is what the kobold was wearing.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I know.
You move up to the next floor. Still smells like cobalt. Into the library and study.
Yeah.
Nothing. You
Yep.
look in the privy.
Yep.
You close the door to the privy.
Sure.
You head over to the private bath. It appears it's been used.
Not good. Okay.
You find yourself in front of Tack's room. Another scam.
Uh-huh.
It was me.
Sure, I go in.
Okay. As you walk in, you see 4 children huddled around the fireplace in Tack's room.
That's
Um,
fine.
You see, one is a small tiefling boy. He
Is
has
Marcham still awake?
No. Yes, Marcham is still awake. There's a kind of tubby-looking dude, kid, who's lying on Tack's nice bed. He's taking up most of the bed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, girl's trying to keep watch.
I look at
and
them. I look
this
at
guy
them and
is
said,
shooting the wall with his shitty bow.
"Hello, small children. I will talk to you at some other point. I assume."
Hey, you look cool. I'm Squidly.
Squidly,
Tiefling
I
walks over
need you
toward
to
you.
calm down.
Okay, I'm good at being calm.
You really aren't. I'm in the middle of an investigation. Marcham, where is that cobalt?
Martin. I don't know.
The cobalt friend.
I haven't seen him all day. I've been out in the tap room.
Where was the last place you saw him, and what was he doing?
He was in there. And he points towards the private bath.
Thank you. I will go to the private bath.
Okay. You push past.
Oh, absolutely. I give no heed to these children.
Yeah, Jenks is actually in this square with Martin. They're both on the bed.
That's fine.
You go to the door. It appears you see the door has it appears. Oh no, yeah. Okay, so the door's locked currently. It's got like a bolt, like a flip lock on the inside.
Oh, so I can't like pick it?
Yeah, you probably could. It had like there's a key that someone has.
I'm just gonna try and
Probably Fildry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna.
Tack would probably have that, right? It's in his room.
Yeah, no, Tack probably actually has.
Well, I have a copy.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
can see that.
I yell up to Tack. Tack, are you
Okay.
awake?
Ah,
You go over to here.
Yeah.
I'm asleep.
As you head over into there, Ela.
Yeah.
As you walk over to the and you open the door into the
stairwell for the
yeah, where
into
there's
the
the drop
tower.
down for
Yeah.
the turret.
Yeah.
You can see just a ghastly kind of hollow reflection of what looks like a half-elf man standing
that must be
before you.
Lift.
Yeah, your guess is such. They turn and look at you as you open the door.
Hey, Liv. Tack, I need the key to your private bath.
Yeah, the key falls down from above.
Liv takes a step out of the light and kind of disappears back into his ethereal form.
What did he look like?
Handsome-looking half-elf man.
Alright.
Fairly nondescript. It's hard to see total exact features so much.
Fair.
But wearing good clothing.
Sure.
Not
Alright, I
rags.
pick up the key.
Ilaha, can you bring me a snack?
I'm in the middle of something, Tack. I will try to remember.
Thank you.
Alright, I go and unlock the private bath.
Okay. You put in the key, click, it unlocks.
I open the private bath.
Can you roll me a strength athletics check?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm so bad at these. Oh, crit!
What if you're incredible at them?
Oh my god.
Okay. You push open the door, and you hear a ah as a kobold goes tumbling backwards and falls on the ground,
Alright.
and begins to just kind of flop around on the ground. He can't get up because he doesn't have any arms.
That's fair.
And you see that the bath is pretty much the same as it was before, except the bathtub has been plugged and filled with gold
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and
That's what I thought.
gold-looking things.
That's what I thought. Alright, I'll close the door.
Okay.
I will step in and close the door.
Okay.
I will summon my gun.
He's squirming around. He can't get up because he has no arms.
That's fine. I summon my gun.
Okay, you're summoning your gun. Oh,
I get down right next to him, pointing at him. Now.
He's looking at you, eyes wide. He seems to recognize the gun.
Now, I know you understand me. I swear to God, if you ever steal anything else from us, no matter even if you're just taking it here, I will kill you. I bop him on the head, knock him out.
He falls unconscious.
Yeah. Alright, well, least I know where everything is. I'm gonna take my 195 gold.
Yep. It looks like there's like another like 200 gold pieces in there. You don't know where they came from.
Jesus Christ. Oh God, is that from the bar? Have we opened yet?
No, you haven't opened yet.
Jesus Christ, he's just been stealing? Oh boy. Alright, well,
Do you leave
You know-
those?
so yeah, I'm gonna leave whatever else I found there. I just want my personal gold back.
Sure. All right.
So-
So Eli, you leave.
Yeah, alright. I lock the door.
Okay.
I go down to the tap room, I get Tack a snack.
Oh, thank you.
And the night goes on.
I bring him the snack.
Philado, you
You're the
come
best.
around at this point.
You're the best, Ilaha.
I was like, just so you know, that cobalt is in your private bath, knocked out with a tub full of gold and the bronze dragon scales that we found. He compiled them all there without wanting to. He stole them. He stole from us.
That's very strange.
Not really.
Really?
For kobolds, I mean, like, they're basically part dragon, so they want to hoard things.
Is that
This
true?
one apparently just likes gold. I don't know. Point is, he's in there. There's some gold that was unaccounted for by me, and I don't know where it came from.
It's just the extra gold that he had. That is.
Yes, a
decidedly
cobalt with
strange.
no arms.
Tack's awake now. That's really weird. I'm kind of uncomfortable with him and his entire situation and his involvement with us. He was very good at chopping up dead bodies before, which is a
Oof.
skill that has proven to be more necessary than I'd hoped it would be in our tavern.
Oh
But-
boy.
But still unsettling. Thank you very much for bringing me that bread. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm gonna inform the others as well.
That's a very good idea.
Yes,
Philado, what
alright.
kind of bread was left?
Just just a loaf of white bread.
Oh, okay.
It's the best kind.
Yeah.
It's fresh baked white bread.
So
So-
I go to everybody else. I don't care if you're a sleeper right now. I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay,
wake you up
just
and
wake them up.
I'm gonna wake everybody up and let them know what happened.
Okay.
I mean, all right, yeah, it's a kobold. They're like they're the shittiest kinds of dragons.
I know. But I mean, I guess it kind of raises the question: how did he do it? He has no arms.
I mean,
Also, how did he get in my room? It was locked.
maybe he can use his tongue as a lockpick. I don't know. Oh,
that'd
wait,
be very
that's-
impressive
That's my lock.
and terrifying. And
What has he
yes.
done?
Well, now here's the thing: my room was still locked when I got there.
Being able to unlock a door without the use of one's arms.
Yes. I baffled. I threatened to kill
Really,
it.
I'm more
I
impressed
threatened
than
to kill it
anything.
if it does it again.
All right. Well, I mean, I think this is something we want on our side.
Specifically, if he steals from us.
Yeah.
I said specifically, if he steals from us again, I will kill him with great prejudice.
All right.
Yeah, and
so I assume the same conversation kind of happens with everyone, or
yeah. Except
Well-
Tack. I don't tell Tack that I threatened to kill it.
Maybe he crawled through the fireplace that spare room leads to. Maybe he got into the
That's
spare
possible.
room.
That's possible. It does connect.
Yeah, you have also repaired that room now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna
I
move
also-
down there.
Oh, are you really?
I mean the attic is okay, but it's a bit drafty.
Oh wait a minute, we're
Yeah.
in the attic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the
Um,
attic now.
Do I have the thing for this? I do not have creaky sound, so sorry.
Oh, damn.
In there somewhere. Oh wait, we can probably hear the grandfather clock clicking in the room next door in the storage room.
This is constant ticking.
Generally, that's not a good thing, but we know what it is, so.
Yeah, but then there's the random screams at night. Not, you know, I'd rather
That's
just
probably just live. But... Or in your head.
maybe could be in my head. Wouldn't be the first time, but
That's
I'd
not
still
surprising.
prefer to just move deeper. More in the house. It's a little weird being all the way up here.
I could imagine.
So I'm gonna move to that spare bedroom. I fixed it up.
Yeah, it's got a little balcony too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, we can do that right now. I'm wide awake.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm injured, but I'll probably sleep better
Nah,
down
you'll
there,
be fine.
frankly.
It'll
So
probably be fine.
we-
All right.
The frostbite
You-
really helps you really understand how drafty your room really is.
yeah.
All right. You let Phil move him downstairs.
All right, you guys move.
So we're in here now.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
of
also-
Philado's
also-
stuff.
I don't
Also,
have a
I have
ton
a
of
door.
stuff. Up there.
I did want a door put in right here.
Where?
Here.
Oh, so you don't have to go through the.
Yeah,
your
so I don't have to
den?
go all the fucking yes.
Oh man, you got like the master. It's like a den though. All right, sure. We'll put a door in there somehow. I don't know how to
I'm
do
just
that.
saying, like we can just like, you know.
I'll
Yeah, and
figure
I'd
it
like
out.
to have a trapdoor put there in that square.
Yeah,
Also,
a fireman's
leads
pole, please.
leads to the tap room.
Also, in the
Please,
attic
the pantry.
before, in the attic
Yeah.
before Phil, you were actually right next to Tack, who snores really loud.
Yeah, no, not great. So
Yeah.
Well, there's like wall and some open
There you
space.
go. I put in a door for you.
Solid.
the
Actually, it
windows,
actually
right?
worked.
It does.
Alright.
That actually works really well. I like that. Thank you.
this obviously isn't here yet, but we will be putting a trapdoor in this room.
Oh God. All right, sure.
Really want a trap door?
Yeah, that'll lead to the pantry, so Philado can just go up and down into the kitchen.
Of course. What do you want
It's
to like
actually
here?
not terrible.
I was
Here's your
thinking,
trap
like-
door.
All right, sure, whatever, that's fine.
Put an X on it. That's an X, by the way.
It looks like
Whoa.
an X.
And it empties out right here, I think.
No, it would
Yeah.
empty here.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it'd be
right.
that one.
the kitchen has nothing above it.
There we go.
I have been figuring out.
How this
Well,
lines up.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, while you were
We'll say
doing your
this is all been-
investigation.
Oh, I'm sorry. We need to go to the map, guys, so we can see. Thank you, chat, for reminding me that you guys can't see what I can see all the time. So we have a door that we put in. Apparently, this had already been done when you did the renovations. You got another door and a trap door, and the trap door leads.
There's a ladder
the
there.
pantry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a ladder? Oh, I thought it was like a secret door.
Well, it's a trap. It's like a 10-foot drop.
I don't know. I thought you're crazy. I don't know, man.
You can just hang down, you know?
Yeah. How's
But then I gotta get back up. Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you go back up though? Your room's tiny.
But like,
Anywho,
I
doesn't
wake up at all right.
He wakes up at like
Sure,
2
you
or
got-
3 in
you
the
got-
morning every
Look,
day
you got
to
a
go
ladder,
bake.
all right? I was just saying. All right. So,
Besides, it's good to have another route down in there for us because we have no route directly to
the tap.
the tap
That's
area.
true.
Yeah.
So, you all rest or move and rest
Yes.
well enough. And the sun rises the next day. It appears that the horrible winter storm has kind of died down a little bit. And overall, things are all right. Not too cold, not too windy. There's a fair amount of snow on the ground, probably like a foot of snow at least. But that hasn't stopped people from going out and about. You see, as kind of the sun rises and life kind of resumes in Waterdeep, people start to go about their daily routines, and the kind of morning rush of all the people in the North Ward leaving the North Ward to go to like their jobs and things like that. It's fairly busy currently. There are some people out in Troll Skull Alley who have set up like a little stand where they're selling hot or heated chocolate to passersby.
Heated chocolate, you say?
Yes, heated chocolate. It's
Well,
hot chocolate.
I would have been one of the first customers out there.
Yeah, so Ela, it's hot chocolate. It's a silver. You get a mug of hot
Absolutely.
chocolate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it tastes great, especially given that it's cold as sin.
What? Oh, out?
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely freezing. Now that it's really winter proper now in Waterdeep, and like Whew, it's rough. Also, your first loan payment is coming out.
That's fine. We have
Like
the money
this
for
week.
it.
Yep, 100 gold.
150.
150. Sorry, thank you. See, if I had told you 100 and then you hadn't paid the extra 50, you would have gotten charged a late fee. Because anyway. So yeah, you all wake up. You get about your daily routines. Where do you all meet up? What's your plan for the day?
For one thing, I just want to say, can I have my dragon scale, by the way? I wanted to hang it up in my room.
Oh, sure. You go back down into the. Are you asking Ela this?
I was asking Ela. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he has
sure,
one.
Tack. It's in your bathroom. I
Oh.
told you this last night.
Oh, I thought you took it all out after.
No.
Is the
I did
gold
not.
still in the bathroom too?
Yes, but so just as out of character, I did account for it in the house funds already.
Okay,
So we currently, as a house, have 988 gold.
that's a good spot to be. How much do we owe again?
1,500.
But it's only 150 per month. So
Yeah.
There's no reason to pay it off until we can pay it off all at once because it's a flat 150.
Yeah, I mean, because our loan payment is coming up, we'll make this one payment, and then the idea is to try and earn enough money to just pay it off
we
in
have to
one
make
go.
another payment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
because there are weird draconian loan systems here in Waterdeep that are
Yep.
just
Oh,
easier
is
to
there
understand.
is there an early payment penalty for this loan?
I think you have to do it at least 1 month. You have to do it at least
Okay.
100.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So
But after that, whatever.
I don't know if we've explicitly spoken about this, but now 1 day has passed. So tonight is the night that we're meeting in the alley.
Correct.
Has Tack told you guys in character about that? I know I think I mentioned it briefly at least, that we're going to that he wanted to go to that alley tonight because he set up this thing with the nimble right.
Well, I mean, it'd be reasonable for Tack to bring it up now, right?
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
up and about, maybe meeting up in the tap room or something.
We're all in the same space. So, gentlemen, I don't know if we want to see through with my plan. I have plans for all. I told him to gather all the nimble rights together and meet me in the Black Wagon Alley. I was trying to make it seem like I was a nimble right. I do not know if that worked or not, but maybe our nimble right will be there at the appropriate time. And we'll have him. I know we also have an additional lead on our nimble right now, so maybe it is unnecessary, but I wanted to hear what y'all thought.
I think that we should pursue that additional lead and not bother with this meeting.
Well, I mean,
I have a
Told them to
very
gather.
good feeling about that additional lead.
But I did just leave the whole note, and I was in the submarine, and it was... Oh no, my light turned off. Tack says as his candle goes out, I guess.
oh no.
Oh dear.
I've relit it. I'm sorry I got distracted by my candle burning out.
Tack,
so-
it's the morning. Why do you have a candle?
Warmth, it's very cold. Not the most
Then
efficient
start a
method.
fire.
Yes, I realize my mistake now.
Yes, I'll stoke the fire. Emmec
Excellent
says.
Thank
work,
you.
Emmec.
He
Thank
was
you.
lurking there the whole time. You don't know when he showed up.
You see, this is the kind of positive changes that a good work environment will do for a gentleman such as Emmec.
Burn, burn,
Right.
burn.
Emmec, could you give us a
Nice.
while?
Ilaha Q'hi.
Could you give us a while?
Oh, by the way, good morning, children.
They're not down here yet. Looks
Oh.
like they've slept in still.
Which is
Oh,
fine.
I'm sorry. Martin's down here. Oh, hi.
Martin,
child.
you too.
Oh,
give
the
us
kobold's
a bit.
also here.
Martin,
I look at it and say, "Go back upstairs."
Martin, teach the other kids.
He walks away.
Please teach
Damn
the other
right he
children
does.
the chores and all
Wait,
the
my
things
camera
that
died.
need to be done if they are to stay here. And basically, you've been promoted to
Oh, I got a
assistant,
promotion. Oh, I got a
assistant,
raise.
assistant manager. I think so. I think I'm-
Assistant Markham.
Woohoo! He goes and runs out after.
Well,
the kobold.
well, hold on.
That
Assistant
puts
to
him
the manager.
He's gone. He ran outside.
that puts him higher than Emmec.
Oh, I'm aware.
All right.
You hear just from the
Perfect.
dark shadows in the corner.
Oh,
As
fantastic.
Emmec groans.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Alright.
Putting
I'm
people
sorry,
in
did you
power
want me
to.
to leave the room or just
Yes.
stay here in the shadows?
No, please,
But
please
I-
leave.
The choice is. Oh yes,
Please.
the choice has been made. I was going to say it was
Very
yours,
well.
but it
Yeah,
was
Emmec
not in
leaves.
this case.
You guys like see him walk out the door, walk down
Okay.
the porch, walk down the steps, walk across the street, go over to the person who's selling the hot chocolate,
Yeah.
have like a dialogue, reach for his like little coin purse, open it up, look surprised, like, and then start talking with the person with the hot chocolate, like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, is that where the 200 gold came from?
And embarrassingly walk away.
Oh, that's really funny. Oh, shit.
Oh man,
I'm not giving it back to him.
poor guy.
So, Jeremy, can I do an investigation check to see if, like, anyone is watching us right now?
You don't need to. No one's watching you right now. You can just,
Okay.
you know, it's. I mean, unless someone's invisible, like Lift could be,
Sure.
but
Sure.
yeah, there's nothing that you're gonna like.
Okay.
It's very evident. It's a pretty open area in the tap room.
Okay.
Wait, Ela, what is that
So-
thing you're drinking?
Oh, this is a, I believe they called it a hot chocolate.
Chocolate.
It's
It comes in hot.
it's,
I'm
it's
getting one.
liquefied. It's the no wait Tack. We have something important, very important to discuss right now.
Okay, I'm in the door frame.
Come back here.
I step back very slowly.
Alright.
Look,
So,
maybe we should just let him get
I-
the hot chocolate. He's not gonna think about
All right,
anything
fine,
else.
fine.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
He won't pay
step
attention.
around the
Won't
door
pay
and,
attention.
and buy a
I-
delicious hot chocolate. I'll
I
get
tossed
one
him.
for
I
everyone.
was wait, Tack. I tossed him.
I got it for everyone. It's on me.
All right.
It's 4 silver then.
I give a silver tip.
All right. Thank you for your patronage. It's you know, it's actually probably like Fala, your neighbor.
Wait, the elf woman?
Yeah, well, you're not entirely sure of their gender. They kind of have a very androgynous being, as many
And they
elves tend to
sold
be.
it to me?
Yeah. Yeah, they sold it to you.
I'm very confused. Sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they might not like you.
I'm still a paying customer. I understand.
Yeah, they speak the
The language of money.
yeah, exactly. The language of the world.
Yes.
So Fala gives you the chocolate, the heated chocolate, and then asks, "Thank you, Tack. Would you like a little bit of spice in yours?"
Fucking knew it.
Is there's a spice? Absolutely.
Yes, we prefer to put a little bit of pepper. It gives it a little kick. You know, a little extra flavor.
Also, it seems like it would warm you up on such a nice, very brisk day. I just very
Yes,
much
the
appreciate
heat tends
it.
to last a little longer that way.
The tavern should be open soon, by the way, so I hope to see you around.
That's wonderful. I can't wait. Honestly, it'd be nice to have somewhere to drink without having to walk all the way down to that portal.
Well, you'll be sure to get the friends and family discount at that time. And I hand her
She
the...
they raise an eyebrow. Like, very well. Here is your chocolate, of course.
take chocolate, go back.
He
Well,
just
remember,
promised
as you're-
someone else the friends and family discount.
How many
And
people has he
you
promised?
Philado looking out the window like, you can just
How
tell.
many people? How many people has he offered that to?
I think everyone we've told about the bar.
Well, Tack,
We're not gonna
as
make
you're-
any money.
As you're on your way back, you do notice another thing that's like kind of out of sorts. You've seen this person a couple of times. There is a very, very tall, like muscular figure. You can't see them very well because they're wearing like a very tight black cloak to them. They're up on top of Fala's shop, shoveling snow off of the greenhouse they have up there. You've seen them like a handful of times. You never met them.
Good morning! I wave and gesture. I assume they don't. They just don't seem like
The
they would be the
figure,
type to
like-
wave back.
Yeah, the figure does not, or they look and kind of acknowledge you, but they don't really do anything more than like a nod. They don't say anything to you.
All right, I go back in.
Okay.
Weird guy up there. Here's your hot chocolates.
Tack, you
Thank
need
you.
to stop promising people the friend and family
I'm
discount.
just our neighbors and the kids and my good friends.
Tack. All right, we will discuss that another time.
And my
So-
family, if they ever make it down.
You
That's
have
acceptable. They are legitimate.
10 siblings.
But I mean their family.
I
They
wouldn't
are
give my
family, I'll
family
give him
the
that one.
discount. I would charge
He
my
has
family
a different
more.
dynamic than
And I'm-
either of us.
I will give
That's fair.
your family the discount for you.
No, you will not.
What were we
Anyways.
talking about?
You will upcharge
I
my
have-
family. Look at me, Tack.
That can take.
All right,
my
I
shit
summoned
of
my gun.
discounts.
I
You
summoned my
fucking
gun.
shoot a hole in the ceiling?
No,
No, okay.
no, I just summon it.
Lifts here.
Do I have your attention?
Well,
Where'd you
I
get
guess.
that?
I'm
That's
so-
why I need
I'm-
to talk to y'all.
I'm sorry.
There's a knock at the door.
God damn it.
Nope. G-summon the gun. Gone. It's gone.
The gun, poof, is gone.
Jesus, it's the fuzz.
Hello?
Post office! Post is here! We have mail for Troll Skull Manor!
That is us, and good morning to you.
You open the door, and yeah, there's a little a gnome that is just so piled up in like warm outfits that kind of look just like inflated. And yeah, they have a little post satchel. Oh, here's your post, and they hand you a letter.
Flip him a silver.
It just oh, well, thank you very much, sir. It says kind of like raising a hand to their head, but they can't really move very well because of how poofed up they are. And then they head off. The
It's
letter
for
is to you, Tack. The dress to Tack.
Oh, I was about to give it to anyone else, but I will open this, I say to everyone out loud, after you finish your thought.
Thank you. Because I really need to talk to
You've
you
been
guys.
trying to go on this one for a while now.
It's true. I wonder if Jeremy's just going to keep interrupting me. Anyways. So, I have been approached by some people to go to the meeting that Tack has set up and murder whoever shows up. Now, clearly, I would not want to murder you people. At all.
Wait, to murder us?
I was told to kill whoever shows up.
What?
With
What?
this, and then I summon my gun.
I
And I
imagine
pull
it's
out
like,
my
I
gun.
imagine there's like a
And then I pull out my gun!
There's a sound of like some smoke trails off as you summon
No,
the
it's
gun.
it-
Well, there's like a
dead
flip,
quiet.
right?
It's dead
Oh, I
quiet.
assumed that there was like it came in with like a flip and then it conjured in, but there's no spin.
Shit, they can
There's
flip
no
it
spin.
around
Oh yeah,
there.
it's spinning around. Yeah.
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 Beautiful.
Yeah, but it's dead quiet. There's no sound to it.
Mm.
There is that smoke trail though, because that looks dope.
That gun looks the exact same as the gun we got off of the serial killer,
Sure does.
who was also a drow.
Sure was.
you look like a serial killer, is what he's telling you.
So no, I think he's making the connection. Maybe the people who gave you that gun gave
It's
the
very
serial
possible.
killer their gun, which means that you're a serial killer now.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. No, I'm not a serial killer.
Another mystery solved.
I'm not a serial killer. You all killed him.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're not going to kill us, are you?
No, but I would rather not.
So I
be
guess
in
we
a
don't
position-
go there.
I would.
So we don't go there, and then you
Yes.
do your thing.
That's what I'm trying to
Alright,
get at.
but-
If
Is that
Nimblewright
you all
shows up,
cannot show up.
if Nimblewright
because
shows up,
I
kill
don't
them.
know. Yes, but the point is, I cannot have you people show up because I don't know what will happen if I do not kill you.
Mm.
And I'd rather not
Alright.
be put in that position
That's a very
because
good
that could
idea.
be very treacherous.
How about we all go like a couple streets down? We'll go to the nearest tavern. You can go out and hang
That
out
is fine. That
and
is
see
fine.
if anything shows up, and then we'll be here, not being killed by you.
Yes, I like this.
I'm in. Everyone in?
Oh, yes, sure.
I accidentally
Oh.
moved the door.
I guess
And
we'll.
the trapdoor.
No, the trapdoor is. Oh, yep. Mhm.
Oh, I moved it. I definitely moved it.
Yeah, you sure did, boss.
How did I do that? I should probably put those on, like, the map layer.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to get to that in a second. I'll fix where those go.
You got
Because
that
it's
one?
at this point, I needed you all down here because something happened. You hear a knocking sound at the hatch to the basement. Just like a kind of loud, like,
Oh shit, we still have those people down there, don't we?
What people?
no, you don't think so. You think the kobold
Didn't
took those
we-
away.
I will
goblins.
go over to the hatch,
Okay.
and
Alright.
I will say,
I will summon my gun.
who's there?
You hear a voice. Is Emmec home?
Who is this?
It's me, the Xanathar. Open up.
What is a Xanathar?
That's the bad guys.
Yeah, but what is the Xanathar? Oh,
It's
what
a
one?
guild, I think.
I thought so too. I didn't know there was a.
Is Emmec here?
I will
My
open-
gun is trained
I
right
will
toward.
open the trapdoor.
As you open the trap door, you see that your basement has been changed a little bit. There is a perfect 10-foot passageway, just a perfect 10-foot circular passageway out of one of the walls. And you see a giant orange eye looking up at you through the trap door.
Hello.
Ah!
Hello.
Emmec home?
I look outside. Where did Emmec go?
He went,
Emmett's
back,
not-
he went back to his apartment.
You look outside. Emmec is currently haggling with Fala across the street, and Fala's just shaking their head like.
He's not home. Can we take a message?
Oh, just tell him I was here.
Wait, hold
Well,
on.
Can I ask what your business with Mr. Frewn is?
We're best buds.
Oh, okay.
One moment. I'm gonna just real quick. Emmec.
You run outside.
Yeah.
Emmec. Tack says, I'll pay for it, Emmec. I'll get it for you. Go with Fildry.
Okay. So Tack, you're with Fala.
I'll just go pay the. I'll just
Okay.
just basically like do the coin flip, follow the silver.
And Fildry, what do you tell Emmec? As you like grab him and start running.
I'd be like, all right, there's a giant orange eyeball out of our basement. It claims to be the
Ah,
Xanathar
him.
and your friend.
I don't want to go back.
I'm grabbing him. I'm like, there is an eyeball in our basement, and
Don't make me.
So how
Fildry,
did you?
don't.
And
He said-
Emmec,
he said
He
he
meet-
was-
just wouldn't stop talking to me about his fish.
all right, see, okay.
I saddle up to the bar.
Okay. So Philado, so this is Fildry, you're dragging Emmec, and Emmec's like, and the giant beholder is looking up at you. It's like, yes, he well, my lieutenant brought him in last night, and I just, came over to see how everything was, and I started talking to him, and he seemed like a really cool guy. We really hit it off.
And Tack all of a sudden has a sudden realization. He goes, by the way, I am so sorry. I have not. Could I get you anything to eat or to drink, Mr. Xanathar, sir?
Do you have any biscuits?
Do we have biscuits, Phil?
well, yes, actually, I
would
do.
love a biscuit.
I will go get them. And tea, perhaps? A cup of tea?
No.
Very
no
well.
tea.
I go get a biscuit, and I don't bring any tea. I get one
Okay.
for me as
Fildry,
well.
You
Nice
drag Emmec back in.
Yeah.
He struggles.
Throw him over the bar. Just throw him over.
Yeah,
the
no,
bar.
I kind of just like pick him up and just sort of swing him over the bar.
He kind of hobbles over. Oh gosh. Hello, Xanathar. And the beholder looks at him. Ah, yes, friend. And from one of the Xanathar's eyes, a pink ray shoots over and hits Emmec. And yes, friend. Let's go, friend. Yes. Then the beholder begins to float away.
Here's your
Uh,
biscuit! I throw the biscuit.
Wait, Mr. Xanathar.
Yes.
Do not bother bringing that man back here.
All right. Oh, hold on.
Do not bother bringing that
Oh,
man
really?
back here.
I can keep him.
No,
Yes.
wait.
Yes, you are
No,
welcome to
no,
keep
he
it.
can absolutely keep him.
But he needs absence in the heart, and the
nope,
absence makes the
nope,
heart grow.
Nope.
Look, I'm getting a lot of mixed messages here.
You can keep him.
Because a lot
You
of us
can keep
are
him.
having a very hard time deciding how we feel about this Emmec Frewn. Just there's no reason why you need to come back to our establishment. Correct?
But
If you
I
have
already made this big hole.
Emmec
There's a passage right to the sewers now.
Could you close it?
Like,
Like,
all of the eyes and the eye stalks and the big central eye just kind of like are looking away, just like I don't know.
all
Like,
right.
if we let you keep Emmec Frewn, will you close that hole, please?
I think he can.
It's a lot easier to make holes than close them.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, but
Alright,
do you mind if we close the hole?
Yeah. Do you mind if we close it?
I'm gonna block it up.
Yeah.
Very well. I can always reopen it.
Enjoy your biscuits made by the finest.
What if we
baker in
just
the-
put in a door?
Hmm.
That
All
would
right.
work.
A big round door, just like back home.
Nice.
One of his eyes, eye stalks, kind of turns. Oh, and this is what Xanathar looks like, by the way. He has
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of teeth.
Yeah.
One of his eyes, kind of the blue one, moves over and looks right toward the biscuit, and a kind of, you know, that like thing where a lot of heat kind of distorts the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
Shimmer.
that. Yeah, that heat shimmer. It's a ray of that which hits the biscuit, and the biscuit just kind of floats over, and he begins to like take little bites of it, like little dainty bites.
That's adorable. I don't say that, but like
This
that's
biscuit, it's delicious.
Oh,
I
well.
eat these every morning.
You'll
I'll
need
leave.
them.
What do they cost?
yes.
Tack says the appropriate price out loud.
Wow, just 5 coppers. That's an amazing deal. Because I imagine Tack said the right one.
Yeah, Tack was like 5 coppers.
Very well.
Still worth it.
Come on, Emmec. We're going to the market. I hear the goblin market is beautiful this time of year. And they leave.
We'll leave them in a box for you every morning.
And after a short time, the grumblings of Xanathar and
All right, desummon my
The-
gun.
and the of Emmec disappear into the.
All right. Okay.
These are arch enemy, kind of.
That was
Um,
terrifying.
A little bit.
I closed the door.
Yeah.
Which door?
All right. The
Oh,
hatch.
to the hatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I wasn't afraid at all.
Mm,
I mean, initially, I was scared because it was a big eye. But just once I got to know him, he was fine.
At this point, the door bursts open.
Stop
Sure.
it!
Come in. Come
Yeah,
on
well,
in.
Sure. Hello?
And the kids and Martum and the kobold come rushing in,
Oh god.
Oh, good morning.
all right.
and Squidly is yelling, "Yeah, breakfast, yum 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 yum!" And Martin's like, "Oh, but we have to do some chores first." And the kobold's just, "Mah, mah, mah," and they're just kind of running around
I'll cook
being a
today.
nuisance.
I look at you three and like, I don't know which one of you, Tack, brought these kids back here,
It was kind of me.
but I am not dealing with this.
All right. Well,
Me's got it. Mardu's got it.
You all know that I do not have the temperament to deal with children,
oh,
and boy howdy will I go off.
Wow, that's a really cool thing you have right there.
What
He
the?
says, pointing at your gun.
No,
Oh,
I
you
told you I
Oh,
desummoned
you
it.
desummoned it? Okay, never mind.
specifically stated.
I specifically stated I desummoned my gun.
Mhm.
I do have my short sword at my hip though.
Okay, he doesn't point at that. He doesn't care about that.
All right. Well, I guess today, if nobody else is doing anything, I'll help make sure they know what to do when customers come in, and once we finally open this bloody place.
Which
It'll
Sammy,
ever
you've been
happen.
ready to
Should
open
really
for
be
some
soon.
time.
Breakfast.
We're building anticipation.
Make breakfast.
So Jeremy, is this place like all fixed up again? Like there's nothing wrong with it?
Yeah, you're ready
After-
to go.
Okay.
I mean, now there's a hole in your basement.
Right, but that doesn't really matter to us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But wait, can we
Well, it
double
leads
back
to
a
the
little
sewer, which creates a sanitary issue. But
bit? Can we double back a little bit? Arch enemy, kind of.
All right.
I
Well,
wouldn't say he was.
I
our
wouldn't say
enemy.
that.
I mean, every bad thing that's happened to us has, for the most part, tied to the Xanathar in some way.
Sure.
Like that Mind Flayer, perhaps? I believe
But,
he's been affiliated with the
nah.
Xanathar.
right. Well, because
Now here's the difference, Tack. We cannot, and I cannot stress this enough, cannot fight him.
No, I'm with you, but if we're friends with him, then maybe we can be like, hey, we got this guy bothering us, and he'll be like, oh, that's one of my underlings. I'll tell him about... That was my Xanathar impersonation. What did you think?
Needs work.
It needs some work.
I'm going to work on it.
you need to get it more grumbly.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to be.
My voice doesn't really go down there. It mostly goes up.
Yeah. It needs to be like
I got a few more spaces I can go above.
He can talk like Batman.
Anyway, I'm saying if we're like, hey, Xanathar, help us with our home and don't stop the Mind Flayer, then he might be like, okay.
All right. Well, the whole.
Well, let's go take a look at this hole. To see.
Big hole.
Oh, you
actually-
climbed down the basement?
Yeah. Just to see what the damage is.
I'm gonna look after the kids.
Yeah, so it seems Martin's actually been doing a pretty good job keeping them in track. Well, not keeping them in check. Nat seems to have a really strong handle on Janks and Squidly. She just kind of hits Squidly and glares at Janks, and it just works. They both fall in line
Sick.
pretty easily.
Oh, I like her. I like her a lot.
But she seems to want to learn what Martin was trying to teach them. And
yeah.
The other two,
yeah.
though a lot less disruptive, are not taken too well to the cleaning. And the kobold is ignoring all of them and is currently kind of shoving himself up the chimney, and he has a big towel in his mouth.
Oh, I grab him. Oh wait, no, he has a towel in his mouth. He's chimney sweeping.
Chimney sweeping.
He's chimney sweeping. Never mind.
And you can see he's pushing himself up the chimney with his feet.
That's exactly how he got up to my room. Okay, I understand. Sure.
All right.
Wait the day out. Go to do the execute plan. Actually, I want to read my letter.
Well, no, I want to go. Oh, sure, you do that. You do that, and then we'll go investigate this other damage.
Pete, I will put this letter in your inventory, and no one else's.
Sick.
Wonderful.
How many plot hooks can we shove into one morning?
A lot.
I mean, some of them are just disruptions. There you go. So you should, I think, now be able to see it.
All right, Jeremy.
Let me know if you'd like to share anything with anyone.
Jeremy, let me go investigate this basement.
Yeah, you go down there. You see that a gazer, one of the little tiny beholders you've killed a bunch of times, is down there. It is currently drinking.
Oh,
something.
absolutely
There's,
not.
Yeah, it looks like it had gotten into some of the wine and is just
I
kind
call-
of spinning around.
I call
kind
up
of
to the boys. It's
confused.
like, we got an intruder. And Jeremy, I'm gonna shoot it.
I go
Okay.
down with the
Not with my gun. Not with my gun.
Okay.
With an eldritch blast.
Yeah, I mean, you just kill it. It's drunk.
Okay. Oh, I definitely hit.
Yeah. All right. You execute it. You blow it
Sick.
up. There's no gore everywhere.
That's fine. We'll have the kids clean it up.
We are not putting the kids down here with this giant hole. That's
Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
saying that
we,
right now.
we need to We need to fix this up, Fildry.
Yes,
so
we
what
do.
you were asking, Ela,
It was
the passage goes about 40 feet.
Okay.
It's pretty long, leading to the sewer. You have no idea how the hell the Xanathar knew to I'll tunnel directly this. He must have some degree of intelligence and positional awareness. Actually a pretty remarkable set.
Yeah.
But
Navigation skills unparalleled.
there's no sign of Emmec or the Xanathar.
That's fine. I don't care about that.
or anything else. Actually, there are probably a couple more gazers floating around, like way further down in the sewer.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want.
But they look almost more like they're protecting you than attacking you. Like they're protecting the passage.
Well, they're probably waiting for their buddy to come back.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, what is the fastest way for us to close up this hole?
Well, we can't close it because they'll just make it again. So we just
I
need to make
also
it
understand.
door.
It goes directly under Frewn's saloon.
Oh, that's great.
So you
Collapse
can't
that.
really. You could collapse the ceiling, but then there are issues there.
So,
Yeah.
quick question: if we're doing that tonight, we're going to the alley tonight. Are we doing the?
We are not going to the alley tonight.
Well, we're going to like near the alley, so that we can just meet up with them right after. But
Yeah, that's the idea.
we're doing that tonight. Are we doing
Yes.
the other thing tomorrow?
What other thing?
Well, we have to check out our other lead if this one doesn't pan out.
We have all day. This is still the morning.
Yeah, I mean it's still pretty early morning. Maybe
Like, we
like
could-
noon.
We could go take care of that. Like, we could follow that other lead today.
Oh, but it's daytime and it's a manor.
Oh, that one. Oh, right. Right.
What was the lead you were thinking of, Kyle?
I have no idea. I
Okay.
honestly had forgotten.
Fair enough.
Fair.
No, probably a bad idea though. Daytime and it's a noble house. I'm kind of afraid of that one.
I mean, we could, like, look around it at the very least.
Taste the place.
Yeah, as it were.
That feels robbery-ish. I guess this is robbery-ish.
It's not robbery. It's a heist.
Oh, it sounds better like that. That's for sure. Best.
Sure does.
Okay, I was just asking because I have a second date with Dana tomorrow.
Oh!
Tomorrow night, she wanted to hang out. She was kind of ominous. She was like, I just think there's something we should probably talk about. So that's not a great sign.
When did you?
Oh, it's the letter. I hold up the letter.
Oh,
Do you want me
okay.
to just read it? Tack, I had a great time the other day. A bit carefree, reckless even, but it was a lot of fun. I hope I'll see you again sometime, maybe even tomorrow for a quick drink at the Skewered Dragon. It's a bit of a dive in an alley off Philid Lane. I just think there's something we should probably talk about. See you there, Dana. A little bit, slightly ominous, a little bit of a tone to it. I was thinking about being like, no, because we're robbing a house tomorrow. But maybe
Do
the
not
next day.
tell her
you
that.
But maybe the next day you can come over here. Can I invite her here?
I don't see why.
Well, you can invite her here with all these orphan kids.
Yeah.
You mean with one of the kobolds? With the kobold from her menagerie?
That's the one.
We didn't.
All right, so the kobold came here of his own volition. Yes.
Yes. I'm not gonna.
Oh, that's right. No, Martin found him. That's right. Martin found him.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Tack appears to be saying
Well-
words, but none of it is
Oh,
getting
is
to
he?
me.
is
not
reaching our
hearing.
voices is reaching our ears.
Pete.
Did Tack mute himself?
Hello.
Mhm.
Hopefully.
Or Tax Mike muted him.
Discord. Try Discord.
Well, you know what? While we get Tack figured out,
Why
we're
don't
gonna
we
just
take a
take
short rest?
a short break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, guys. Where well, actually, I know there's gonna be some crazy shit happening. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Day. That's definitely not a word.
Nope,
Heist.
that's not how it goes.
I don't think
It's
that's
a
that's
heist,
probably. Is that how you? Like, I actually don't know anything about Spanish, or any other language for that matter. How do you say heist in Spanish?
Just stop while you're ahead.
You know what?
Yeah,
Thank you,
let's
Charlie.
stop. Let's stop.
Before it gets offensive. Before it gets more offensive. So you guys have a lot in front of you today. What's the plan? You Emmec
No
has
plan.
been kidnapped by Xanathar, a giant beholder crime boss.
No, he was gifted.
Same thing. Tack has a date this evening,
No, that's
and
It's tomorrow, right?
or yeah, it might have been tomorrow. And you guys are supposed to meet in an alley later this evening, or actually tonight, for I think Tack had set up, hoping to get the Nimblewrights to show up. So what's your plan?
Well, Ilaha's supposed to go to the meeting
Mhm.
without us going,
Kill
so he doesn't
everyone.
have to shoot us.
Sure.
yeah.
I guess we could try and fix this hole.
I feel like we should try and fix this hole.
We'll get some doors and some bricks and some mortar, and
Just go to it.
Get
Yeah.
it. Get it done.
Okay. So you guys head out to
Oh,
the Greater
that
Troll
right.
Skull Alley, and you go and visit your friendly neighbor down at the Bent Nail, who is
yes,
Tally.
him.
Yes,
That guy.
and Tally is like, "What do you need?"
we need mortar, bricks, and a door and 2 doors.
Oh, what
Are we
you
gonna do
building?
it that way? I thought we were gonna make it a round door.
I can do a round door. That's a little strange. A double round door
That
in
would
the
be
in the
good.
halfling style. Like, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, but
Yeah,
bigger.
but quite large. Quite large.
It needs to be big enough to accommodate a creature of about yay big.
Sort of the exact dimensions of the circle that you'll be building the door for.
God.
That
Should we-
doesn't touch
We
the
should just,
ground.
we should just show the hole.
Yeah, why don't you follow us?
Yeah.
Okay. You bring Tel Salvanar, your friendly neighbor. He's confused, but like, yeah, what happened? Did something collapse or?
No.
Is he looking at-
is
It's
he-
a long story, and we'd rather not go into the particular.
I
But
heard
we
you
will-
guys bought out old Frewn next door.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
true.
Are you
Yes,
looking to
yes.
combine the 2 areas? I could probably put in a door and.
Eventually. Not during the
No,
winter.
I mean, yeah, I don't mean to rush you.
See, now
Uh,
what I had in mind, and I go
Uh-huh.
into the whole spiel about making it like an outdoor patio that's connected to the.
Yeah.
He
I'm
wants to
liking
make
it.
a beer garden.
Well, maybe
Yes.
maybe we don't completely take down the walls. Maybe we just we leave like the roof on there, so it's a covered patio. Maybe put in some glass
Skylights?
Yeah,
Some
so
skylights?
you still get that natural light, but in the winter you get. Holy shit! As he's like climbing down the stairs and sees the hole.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So.
Yes. So we're gonna need to make this a nice tunnel.
When did this happen?
This morning.
We're not
She
sure.
looks at you like.
We're
We
really
think-
not sure. It could have been weeks ago. Honestly, we.
No,
Someone
we
break into your
Oh,
house?
it wouldn't have been weeks ago. It was within the last few days.
That was in the
At the
last
very
like,
least.
24 hours. I mean, we left that goblin guy down here, and then
Yeah. Whatever
Oh,
happened?
dear.
Let's not.
Anyway,
hang
I
on. Let's
assume-
not. Let's
I
not.
don't need to know about your personal business. I'm sorry I asked.
See, like
This
I
is
said,
weird.
I'd
Is
rather
this
not
just to,
get into
like-
specific.
Is this to just get rid of garbage a little easier? I mean,
Yes.
I understand not wanting
Yes.
to go all the way to the
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
That's
Especially
exactly it.
because it is cold.
Right.
Tack is just like biting his tongue over and over and over and over again.
I look at Tag and it's like, Tag, why don't you go keep watch on the other employees
Well,
upstairs?
I mean, I don't really know too much about this kind of thing, but you'll probably, I would guess, right, you'd want some kind of running water coming down here. And probably 2 sets of doors if anyone ever goes into the sewer area. Just so that you can have a little sanitary cleaning area between the two.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Good idea.
I mean, it is only a wine cellar. Everything's barreled up well, so it's not the end of the world. But... Well, anyway, you wanted the one door?
Yes.
Well, no, we do need a door. I like the idea of a few doors.
Oh, like a double door?
Well, a door, like, doors a lot, like...
I'm getting the idea that maybe you're looking for something a little more high security?
Yes.
Perhaps?
Yes.
All right, I've got some pals. I'm sure you know Embark and Avi.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could probably finagle, maybe like steel?
Okay.
Work.
I like that.
Definitely a little bit more secure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
certainly.
what's a material that can't be disintegrated?
If it's meant
by like a wizard, you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
By
Yeah.
like a wizard.
Right, because that explosion that happened in
can tell
front
you
of our store made us very, very uptight.
yes.
Well, I can see, especially this. Anyway, I don't want to know I don't want to know more.
Please,
you're fighting
do
with
not ask
wizards.
questions.
I don't want any.
Please-
We're
please
not fighting wizards. Wizards
It's
are...
just precautions.
Yeah. In the event, should we ever have to fight a wizard,
We'd like to
And
think.
the
We'd like to think to
fight
the extremes.
happens to come
sometimes.
down into the basement, or from the sewers into our own place, we would like the precaution.
So as you're like fumbling through this,
Wait,
Philado, Tack, you hear like a scraping sound, and you look over to the wall next to you, and you see Lift's knife floating there, and scraped onto the wall is "Does he know too much?" ?
Oh my god!
Tack looks up in the area and just kind of goes,
No.
shakes his head, no. And then I look up. I think I can handle this. We would like a door for the cellar. How much will that cost?
Absolutely. You want it disintegration proof. I'm
Yes.
gonna need to talk to Embark and Avi. I think adamantine will do what you want. I know they can source it.
Ooh,
That's
a
very
hefty
pricey.
price.
That's very
don't-
pricey.
You'd be surprised, actually. It's a little cheaper than maybe you think. Not quite as light as Mithril. Mithril might
can
do
you-
it too,
Can you
Well,
get
we
us
don't.
but
quote for
Mithril is
both?
expensive.
So get us a quote for the adamantine door,
Mm.
And if it is,
and then
in-
if we can swing it, we will.
but otherwise we'll take a regular door.
Correct.
Okay.
We also need a small
Why
box.
don't we just get a regular door and
Well-
then we talk to Rishal?
I mean, you could talk to Rashal. Would make sense.
I don't mean
Probably
to
want to cast some sort of spell. I mean, I don't really know a lot about this. I know a lot of people have kind of little small anti-magical fields that they get, or I guess not really. I don't know how they really work. They're anti-magic doors. I don't know.
Sure.
They have someone come in and it's a spell that goes on there, and while it's enchanted, it's stronger or something. That might be what you want.
Sure. So, like I said, get us a quote for the adamantine door.
Sure. It's gonna be about 10 gold just to, do the research, figure everything
Sure.
out,
Not
and then
Not
we
a
can talk.
problem.
We can
Not a
talk on
problem.
the actual door price.
I would also like
I give him the 10 gold.
to requisition a smallish box, maybe the size of a bread box that opens up.
Yeah. Is
That
this
says
priority?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That says biscuit box on the top,
All of
and I
these
want
are
it to be
priorities.
relatively water and airtight.
I just have boxes that are relatively water and airtight.
Okay, then I just need biscuit box carved into the top.
Sure. That'll be 5 silver.
All right, I take out 5 silver and hand it to him right
All
now.
right. Now, if you don't mind, I'd rather not have this conversation in your basement. with the
yes.
big hole in the wall.
Yes, please.
That's
please.
fair.
I'll see you all later.
Yes,
He
you have a good
climbs
one.
out, like, looking at you,
Goodbye.
like, oh, man, my neighbors are fucking whack. Is kind of the impression you think you've just given him. Because he had met you before, but he hadn't really met you.
I think that went well.
You guys look like me out
What?
there.
Okay, Tack, you explain
Alright.
the giant hole in the wall.
I didn't. He said he didn't want to talk about it. He should just been like, yeah, we just need a door for this.
Yeah, but if we can get a disintegration-proof door, then maybe the Xanathar won't blow through it again.
You
Alright,
might
but
just dig around it.
I was just gonna say,
I know.
if he could make that tunnel.
well, but then maybe the ground would be too unstable. He could cause a cave-in. You don't know.
That sounds worse.
That sounds much worse.
Well, yeah, especially for him.
So I
the one
definitely
being
agree.
crushed by tons of rock.
I definitely agree
That's
that
a
we
good
should
one.
get a magic-proof door. However, we should also leave there some way for him to open it and
But
close
yes.
it. So that way he, unless we're just gonna leave the box outside the door.
That's my plan. I'm gonna put the box with outside the door and just bring down
Okay,
some
sure.
biscuits every morning.
Okay, sure. All right, then never mind.
Okay.
Disintegration-proof door.
Okay, so that's going to be... I'll do the calculations now.
Please do. So that way we can figure out. when
Okay,
we have to
how many... About 10 by 10 feet, basically, what you're looking for, right?
I think so. Can you bring us back to the map?
Oh, which map?
The basement.
Yes, I think we can do that.
Just
Wow.
so that way we can have a.
So you can look at the big hole. Yeah, it looks like you're looking for a 10-foot gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we want a door at the start and a door
Maybe-
at our end.
So maybe you want
Or
like
both
I mean
ends.
at the smallest it's maybe like 8 that's probably 10 feet perfectly all around actually. So 10 feet is actually 12 inches. It's 120 inches by 120 inches, right? Am I
Yeah,
saying
but
that
it's
wrong?
circular.
Circular. Well, wait, why are we
Yeah,
making it
so-
circular?
I assume the hole is circular, isn't that what? Or does
Yes, it is.
disintegrate
Perfect.
less at
But
a?
That
Yeah,
being said, you probably want something in the wall that's adamantine that's a little more durable.
sure. Door frame.
So we'll say it's 14,400. That be divide that by. Okay.
Love shopping.
Yeah. So what happens is later on that day, Tally can come back to you and say,
Sure.
"Adamantine's real hard to come by. How thick do you need it?
Oh, we didn't.
How about like a
we don't-
wooden door reinforced with adamantine?
That's probably
one side?
better.
Plated, yes, that could work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells you that if you're looking for like a 16th inch plating, it'd probably cost you about 5,000 gold.
Wooden door's
Alright.
fine. Door's fine.
The
Yeah,
wooden door,
Windows.
the wooden door, he can get you for and I'm actually using prices in this module for that, by the way. Thank you very much. Wizards of the Coast.
Interesting.
Nice.
Who would have thought?
The, a wooden door will cost you probably 70 because it's big and weird. How ornate do you want it?
Not.
Not terribly, no.
40.
No, not.
Not
And he'll
terrible.
install it.
All right,
40
we need
gold?
We don't want it
three. Oh, we want 3 doors, I think, right?
We don't want it to look awful because we don't want it to be like, oh, look at this haunted door, circular door,
You know,
covering
it's
up the whole of the
very
place.
plain. Very plain.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just want
it's
a plan.
plain, but
He
it
doesn't
doesn't
make
look.
bad things. He's he's proud. He's a proud crowd.
Yeah.
We want one on each end, right?
Can
door
we
on each
get it
end.
like steel reinforced at least?
But
What would that do?
I mean, for 200, he'll give it some steel reinforcements and give you all 3.
Sick. Done.
all right.
And now you have some doors to put in here. Some not doors, but
Well, how are we gonna get them through the hatch?
oh, he's gonna have to build it there pretty much.
That's
Oh.
fine.
That's why.
All right. Well then,
All right.
one of us will have to stay with him to make sure nothing happens.
Yeah, every once in a while we have to shoo away gazers.
Okay. So we've got your weird ass door.
Doors.
Now,
Doors.
doors. Yes, there are 2 more of them, of course.
Wait,
Like,
why
what-
are there?
One in the middle as a sort
Oh,
of like
sure.
holding, or you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right.
And then
that
there's
was
one
200
way
gold?
further down. Yep.
All right, cool. That was. Thank you, Emmec.
Oh, you just
For-
go up and take Emmec's
For your
gold?
services. Yeah, the 200 that was in the tub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's even more in the tub when you get there. There's another 30 gold in there.
What the fuck is happening? Oh, Jeremy, I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna question it anymore. I'm
Okay.
not gonna question it anymore. I assume that it's none of our gold.
Yeah, definitely not any of your gold.
All right, good.
It's probably more of Emmec's gold.
I'm
Somehow.
totally fine with this. Totally fine with this.
All right, so what you
I'm
doing?
glad that my death threat worked. Let's go talk to Rochelle.
Sure.
What time is it, by the way?
I don't know. By the time you're done with all that, midday.
All right, cool. So we still got a bunch of time to
Yeah,
kill.
you got some time.
All right, let's go
What do
talk
you want?
to.
Do you actually want to like RP with Rochelle, or just want to talk to him? Because I can tell you, I think how this conversation goes.
We we want him to enchant the doors to make them.
Disintegration
basically
proof.
disintegration.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go through the whole.
Yeah, I mean, Rochelle would ask you like, what are you trying to protect against? Is it a creature or a spell or wizard? And he
Creature.
tells you because, okay, he asks you what kind of creature.
One that can disintegrate things.
Yes.
He gets very anxious and tells you he doesn't think his enchantment will hold up to the kind of creature you're talking about.
Do you
and
know
then he
someone who
informs you
would?
that beholders have a magical ability to, well, disable magic. And generally speaking, if you have an ability to disable some sort of permanent magic feature, it will likely only last a certain amount of time. So what'll happen is if a permanent anti-magical field, for example, were disabled, or a
It'll
permanent...
come back.
Well, it'll be down for a whole minute before it kind of regenerates itself.
Oh, sure.
Isn't it? Well, with a beholder, it's just once it looks at, while it's looking at it, it's down, but then it looks away and it's back up.
Yeah, he tells you it's a little strange when it comes to permanent enchantments like that. Yeah.
Would the beholder's anti-magic eye be able to turn off another anti-magic thing?
That he doesn't know.
But wait, hold on a
I don't know
second.
why we're talking about a
permanent
beholder.
anti-magical field would it's a level 5 spell, which I don't level 7 spell actually, which he can't cast.
Sure. Who can?
Tack says, well, wait a minute. If we're talking in this hypothetical situation in which there is a beholder, and its eye is an anti-magic field, and so we can't get a protection for disintegration because it'll turn off that protection by looking, then wouldn't it not be able to disintegrate because the magic is turned off?
Doesn't work that way, Tack.
Oh no, it does actually.
Or does
So
it?
wouldn't it still be worth it to get that protection?
What I mean, Rochelle can't give it to you. He can't do
He
that.
can't cast
that
that.
spell.
Okay.
Who can?
And he says he could use scrolls, but it'd be very expensive. He says someone else at the Order of Mages and Protectors might be able to help. But
we'd have to go to
yeah,
that one.
basically he tells you he can't cast spells at that level, and generally speaking, if a permanent magical effect is dispelled, it generally takes time for that effect to come back.
Sure.
Is
How
the
about-
key. It's not instant usually.
Hang on.
Again, mechanics
Guys, who
from this
was
adventure.
who was that
I'm referencing.
person from the Mages and Protector to put that rune on the door to the library?
That woman. I
Yeah,
don't
who-
remember her name,
Uh-oh.
but I know who you're talking about.
Yes, we had a little bit of a spat, as it were. Her and I.
Mhm.
Tack, you remember all these names.
Yeah.
What was her name?
I remember. I don't know if you remember, but Pete doesn't have his notes today.
Her name was Alcoria Stonemare.
Yes.
Yep. There it
Let's
is.
go talk to her.
You don't know where she lives.
But maybe not today. Also,
Somewhere in some
Does-
tower. Yeah.
I asked Rochelle. if he knows.
Ah, you're looking for Alcoria.
Yes.
The gargoyle. I don't know. No one knows where she lives.
Do you know how to get in contact with her?
Well, I could send to her.
That would be fantastic. How
Yes.
much?
Let's see. Opening up spell casting. What do I charge for these? Here we go. There'd be a level 3 spell. It would cost me 150 gold pieces.
We're really dipping into the funds here, boys.
Yeah.
Seems worth it, though.
Unfortunately, it's a high level of magic. Well, actually, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, yes, that was it. It is 150. Wow, I charge a lot of money for my abilities.
And they're well worth it, but today I think we pass. We got other stuff to do today anyway.
Well,
That's
if
fair.
you ever need anything, feel free to come by.
Thank you, Rashal.
Should I talk to about the Blackstaff about this?
The Blackstaff might have some connections, yeah.
All right. Obviously, we won't do that today.
And
but-
Tack, you might want to get in contact with your secret organization.
Oh,
might be able to do anything.
yes.
Can you roll me a D100?
Yeah, sure.
Who's to me
I'd be
or
happy to
Pete?
do this.
Tack.
No, it's me.
Okay.
Smash cut to Tack waiting outside of Mert's house, having knocked on the door, and there's just nothing.
No, it's
Fair, no.
How long does he wait there?
Knocks again. Some crickets. A little bit of a wind because it's snowy. Yeah, just. All right, Tack, you're back at Bull Skull Alley. Mert wasn't home.
But what I say is I come in is communications with them are ongoing.
Wasn't home, was he?
No, there's no way he was home. He's
Neither
never home.
here nor there.
He's never home. It's fine.
Yeah, I know he's not here, and he wasn't home.
Yeah, he's probably I
It's
don't know,
pretty, it's pretty
gallivanting.
good. Hey, Philado, that was pretty good.
Thanks. I'll talk to the Blackstaff when we get
Sure.
a chance. You know, I feel like it takes a while to make a meeting. I'm gonna go there and say I would like to request a meeting with the Blackstaff at her early convenience, and then I don't know. What are we doing after that? What's on the docket?
You guys going to a bar and me doing something else.
Oh right, Fildry and I will go supervise Tack's date again.
No, that's
Oh.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
That's
No,
tomorrow.
isn't that tonight?
No, that's
It's
tomorrow.
the same
No,
night we're supposed to meet the.
No. It's the night after. Night after.
Tonight is the night with the meeting, and then tomorrow is tax day.
I thought they were the same day.
No,
No.
different.
He
days.
just got that letter today telling
Right.
him to meet
We've
her
done a lot today.
tomorrow.
It's been a
Okay,
busy day.
Yeah.
It's been busy.
been a busy day.
Philado, you head over to Blackstaff Tower. It's busy in the area. I mean, in the castle ward, it's always a very, very busy part of the city. When you arrive at Blackstaff Tower, you see that the tower has no doors.
I knock on the wall.
Okay. Some time passes. So there's lots of people around here. There was no one outside of Mertz.
I lean up against the wall,
Okay.
casually.
How long do you wait?
A while.
Okay. After about 10 minutes, you casually fall through the wall
Ah,
and find yourself in a fairly small room. There is a very elderly-looking human, long white beard, kind of classic blue hat with kind of red, not red, silver and white stars upon it. And they look at you. Hello?
Hello.
Yes,
My
You're-
name.
I'm aware of your name, Philado. Why I
Mhm.
let you in?
Yes. How do I normally get in if I need to get in?
That's about it.
You just wait.
If you are needed, the black staff will contact you.
I see.
And if you need to talk to her, you'll wait until she's ready. She's not ready.
Yeah, I assumed that it would be a bit of time. I came to just, set up a request to discuss some personal matters with her at her earliest convenience.
Very well. By the way, I'm Vorgel.
Vorgel.
He kind of nods.
Nice to meet you, Vorgel.
And he takes out a heavy tome. This is her ledger.
Oh, no. Okay.
And kind of flips through. Well, she can see you tomorrow afternoon, presuming there are no crises.
Well, I'm not planning any crises, so that would be great.
Or they'd be for her.
Yes.
She designates at least 16 hours a day for crises.
That's a lot of...
Oh, do you mind if you meet with the simulacrum, or does it have to be her?
I think the simulacrum would be fine.
Kind of nod. Make
I
a
am
note.
also... She talked to me in my dreams once. If that's easiest for her, I am open to that.
Very well. I'll check that one. Checks another box. Do you mind communications via small creatures?
What kind of small creatures?
Generally, well, cats are pretty common.
It'll just be like a normal conversation, but I'll be talking to a cat?
Yeah, more or less.
I mean, that's fine.
He checks another box. He's gonna be checking a lot of boxes. Illusions, all right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. You may go.
Great.
So how urgent is your matter on a scale of, I don't know, petty gang violence to the fate of Faerun?
Closer on the urgency level of petty gang violence, but a little bit higher because I believe it involves a leader of one of said gangs.
Very well. Checks another box.
Should I divulge which leader I'm...
Probably not.
Okay.
Vargol simply plans, not listens.
Okay.
Good evening, Philado.
Good
Good
evening.
afternoon.
Afternoon, yes. Oh, do you want a muffin?
I'd love one. I've been waiting for you to offer.
Yes, here you go.
Heard good things about your muffins.
Thank you. Yes, I hand him a muffin.
You're a good muffin. He just takes a bite out of it, kind of licks his fingers. Doesn't really seem to care.
Mm-hmm. You have a good day, Vargol.
Well, he says, mouthful of muffin. You were able to walk right out through the wall again.
Mhm.
You're like, I think for a minute, you're like, am I just going to walk into this wall?
Mhm.
But you don't. You pass through it.
All right, I meet up with the others.
All right.
Good
You're
news.
all met up again.
The Black Staff will be contacting me eventually by some means that I won't know until it happens.
Sounds like we're in the same boat.
I feel like I'm in a bit of a better boat.
Fair enough.
So, what do you want to do?
Flash
just-
forward to the tavern and Ilaha going to the thing.
Sure. So we flash forward. Here we
Fildry
are.
has spent the day training the kids. That's how
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
And I think like they're surprisingly hard workers. They're used to like eking out a really rough life in an even rough, like a really not a nice part of town, not a nice part of the city.
Oh, what?
They're
the
not used to
Dockboard? I
having-
hear it's lovely.
Yeah, well, and they're not. They're not used to having a lot either. So like, you hang the carrot, and they're willing to work for it. So it's actually surprisingly easy.
If any of them
You
are
find them-
interested in baking, I'll leave that door open.
Jenks is 100% into eating.
A kindred spirit.
and
Well,
kind
Jinx.
of wants to help. He seems to have a gift at kneading the dough, but that's about it.
That's where we
So
all
good.
start.
Yeah, it's like level. If you were a level 1 out of like, so for example, Fildry, Philado, you're a level 20 baker. He's
Mhm.
like a level 1 baker.
Yeah.
But yeah, things go well enough throughout the day. And where are you all headed? Are you headed to? So we're down here in the dock ward, not anywhere near your place. And I believe the place that you're actually having this thing is right up here
Yes.
in.
So that's where I'm going.
Wagon Alley. So where are you all going? The nearest tavern is like,
Either the Skewer Dragon or the Yawning Portal.
yeah.
The
It's-
Skewer Dragon is.
I mean, the
pretty
Yawning
far.
Portal is probably the closest.
All right. I mean,
So are you guys just all at the Yawning Portal, or do you try and find a dive
The
nearer to
Skewer
that?
Dragon is way closer.
Yeah, I'll go to.
are there like,
I have business there anyway, so that's great.
are there restaurants in the trades ward?
Oh, in the trades ward, yeah, there are a couple of nice restaurants.
We good?
Actually, the Honorable Knight.
Is the statue.
It
But
is, and there
does it
are
have an-
shops, I think, built up all around it. All of these statues, these massive statues in Waterdeep, they're all in various different poses, oftentimes for how they're named, right, for how they appear. And the Honorable Knight is no exception to that. I was trying to find precisely the text for that. The city's splendors. So, the Honorable Knight is a statue of a male warrior in plate armor with a shield and longsword. When the walking statue stopped, it bowed to those opposing it, straightened, sheathed its sword, doffed its shield, and set it down on a point. Set it point down on the ground and upright by its side, and then ceased motion in this position, facing southwest toward the harbor, and looking for all the world like a castle guard standing at ease. And that kind of gave it its name. And there are many small restaurants around that area that have been kind of built up. It is a popular attraction. It's one of the least damaged of the statues. And I think probably built up kind of between, these are 80-foot tall statues, by the way, between like the leg and the shield that slammed into the ground, just pierced into the ground next to it. Right in that little crook between the huge shield and the leg is a small tavern, or not tavern, but like restaurant area. Mostly outdoor seating, right? So you can enjoy the look of the statue above and around you. And it's called Chivalry. And
Is it open until after midnight?
No. Hell no.
And as radical as that is, I did actually have some business down at the place.
All right.
All right, so you don't go there. We go to
I'm
the Skewer
s-
Dragon. It's
I'm
all
sorry.
good. Bwah, 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 bwah. All right, so you're at the Skewer Dragon down here. I gotta zoom out a teeny bit.
We should go to Chivalry at some point, though.
Yeah, right? That sounds awesome.
That place seems righteous. Let's go to this terrible, terrible bar.
Boo! Boo!
Oh,
All right, so you guys.
Oh,
are
that
down
wasn't
here.
actually a joke. It's just how I talk. That's just how Pete talks.
Ilaha, you're up here.
Oh god.
So you are. How many feet is this? If you
about-
took the actual, so let's say you took the way of the dragon, the main roadway, you're about what, half a mile probably?
Yeah, give or take.
A little under half a mile's walk, which is pretty rough with the snow, especially as the night
It's
wears
even
on. So
farther from the Yawning Portal.
we've cut late into the evening at this point, I assume.
Yeah.
So the lot of you are.
oh,
They're
yeah.
about they're similar distance.
Yeah, I think it's just probably a little more direct from the Skewer.
Well, the way of the dragon's probably cleared, right?
It is, yeah.
It's a main road.
Mm.
Yeah. It's the only thoroughfare that's cleared in the dock ward, actually.
Yeah.
That's not even in the dock ward. And actually, honestly, Fish Street's probably clear, but that's not.
Snail Street, though.
No one cares about Snail Street.
It's part of sales. Anyway, not the point. So, Yeah, you guys are all at the Skewered Dragon as you're walking over
Except
there.
me.
Huh?
Except me.
Except for you. Do you head over there first? I assume you guys head over like a time before, or do you split up way ahead of time?
I would probably. You know, what time is it?
I don't know. What time is it? It's late in the evening.
Late in the evening?
I mean, you guys
So-
can tell me, you want to head down here like at 11 or at 9 or right before midnight?
I guess if we're going to head down kind of early, I'll probably go to the Yawning Portal, grab a drink or two
Okay.
for the road, so that way I don't freeze.
Sure. There we go. Little
And
red
then
X.
and then head over probably about 45 minutes. Like, I would like to arrive at the meetup like maybe about 45 minutes early, so that way I have time to like get into position and whatnot.
Okay. So the rest of you head down to the Skewered Dragon then?
Yup.
So as you walk by, you're making your way down
Town.
probably Fillet Lane, right? Because you head down the way of the dragon because it's clear. And you're about to turn like down into that little alley that has a Skewered Dragon. And you look across and you just see the chimney to Zoblob's shop, and there's just billows
Purple.
of purple smoke coming out.
Old Zablob.
Do you guys just keep going?
I can't resist. I want to do it. Tack.
Oh, damn it, Tack.
I mean, we got time to kill anyway. It's fine.
So, why not go to weird old Zoblob's shop?
All right.
All right, yeah. As you walk over, the
Tack,
window.
Tack obviously pulls out his pipe, just for the record.
Oh yeah, the window is perfectly clear. You see the huge stuffed beholder, not dissimilar looking. In fact, eerily similar looking to the beholder you saw in your basement earlier. Which maybe gives you pause.
Tack, I
you
mean,
notice-
that's just like, oh, that's what beholders look like.
Yeah. You notice there are a few differences with the old Zoblob now. It looks like he's been painted, maybe, but he's a lot more purple than he used to be. The beholder, at least. You open the door?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. As you open the door, just like last time, you see this ancient old gnome sitting cross-legged on a counter in the distance. Huge, actually totally hairless. Missing most of his teeth. He's got his big old pipe, which he's. Welcome to the shop. Welcome back. It's been a long time since I've seen you. He says, his kind of voice pitches up.
It's wonderful to see you again, old Zablob. I'm very happy to be here. How have you been?
I've been doing just fine. I was wondering when you'd come back. Want anything?
Oh goodness.
Looking for some more pipe weed?
I got a ton left, I think, right? Except like an
We only
outrageous
sell
amount of it
the
left.
best. Yeah, you have a ton left.
Don't need any more of that good weed, Zablob. But what I could use is perhaps I don't know, just for maybe a look around, see what news going on. I see a lot of smoke coming out.
Takes a big hit of his pipe, and again, he's got like paintings of eyes all over his face, but they're like smiley face eyes. It's very weird. And he goes, "Oh yeah, things have been mighty crazy here in the Dark Ward lately. You heard about the menagerie?"
Yeah.
And now that you're like in the shop proper, you can see in the corner where he's got like a fireplace, and there's just a crate that's been shoved into it that is on fire.
What is that? What's with the crate?
Excess stuff.
So
Oh, wow.
you're burning it?
Yep.
felt that answer coming. Felt that one about to
Yeah,
happen.
right.
Okay. Fine.
Do me a favor if you don't mind. Can you close the flue?
What are you going to
You're gonna
fish
hotbox
all
the
this
place?
place?
Damn right.
Took the words right out of my mouth, mysterious stranger.
Okay, I closed
I
the
really
flue.
don't think my voice gets much deeper than this.
You're about
Wanna
to find
try?
out. Oh, yikes. Oh.
I
You
closed the flue.
Smoke starts billowing into the room, and it's like half and half wood smoke, which is not pleasant.
This is bad.
Very,
Very bad.
real hurt now. Real bad.
This is terrible.
Maybe you should lay off that stuff. It
I'm
gets
gonna
really
open the
weird.
flue. Wow. All right. I've opened the flue. That was
My eyes were starting to water.
the regular ones or the painted odd ones?
The regular.
Well, you're gonna say both.
So what do you, Pete? It sounds like you came in here with a purpose, right? To try and get some like what's new from Zablob.
Yeah, I want to see if he had anything new in his shop. Just say hello. How you doing? Anything new happening?
He takes a big hit, and you're talking with him for a while. I assume, do you guys humor him at all, or do you just fuck off?
Humor him, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you're already hammering him a little bit. So you're like, yeah, actually, I picked up something that might be interesting to you.
Lay it on me, Zabla.
Your friend, the one who was here last time. He kind of exhales out his nose a big plume of purple smoke. He asked me if I had anything like a little marble he showed me. So I kept my eyes open. And he kind of reaches under the counter and produces a second one of those marbles that you have. Pretty whack, if I say so myself.
Now tell me, Zabla. You got an asking price on that thing?
That depends. You got anything purple?
Do we have anything purple?
Tack,
you guys?
You can
Tack kind of-
stain
Tack kind of-
everything purple.
Do you have any
Tack kind
purple
of-
paint?
Yeah, Tack wheels around and puffs smoke on like 10 gold, and he goes. Then he just slaps the 10 now purpled gold on the barrelhead.
I don't know. It's gotta be something mighty fine for a whispered marble.
Tack thinks for a little bit and is going to.
Something
right.
really unique.
So I have that hook horror doll in my backpack still.
You
Is
do.
that purple?
It is in fact purple.
I pull out the hook horror doll.
Well, how about that?
Hot damn.
That's pretty good.
Rolls the marble across the table to you. It's
I
a
pick it up.
deal. Aw, hell.
Legend
He
of
goes and
Novel.
picks it up and hops off the counter and like nearly stumbles and falls, but catches himself. Walks over and puts it right in the window next to the beholder. Nice.
A pleasure doing business with you, Zoblov.
The
I'll be on the-
pleasure is mine. If you ever get anything purple, I'm your guy. And I pay well. Anything else I should keep my eyes open for?
But more of these marbles.
Just one, yeah.
I would also say that if you see anything that looks like it would maybe put these marbles in it, that too.
We're looking for an
Oh.
almost perfect fit. Not like,
I'll
oh,
keep
this
the
fits in
eyes
this.
open. He says, gesturing to all the eyes all over his face.
You have anything else interesting, Zablob?
Well, yeah, actually, I got a petrified gnome's hand. And he holds up
Ooh.
his left hand, and it's just totally stone.
What happened there?
Kind of looks over to the box. It's burning in the hearth. That stuff wasn't so good.
Do you
Not
need
good at all.
the hand removed?
Oh no, this is for sale. I need it. I can still kind of use it.
Ah, right. Okay. All right. Well, here's a muffin.
Yeah, mostly sable. Oh, is this a blueberry muffin? Those are kind of purple.
It is a blueberry muffin.
Nice. Zablob takes the muffin and eats it. And I imagine you guys kind of make your way out. He doesn't have anything particularly new. If you want any mundane objects in purple, he can probably get them. If he doesn't already have them.
Oh, I needed a frame for my dragon scale.
Oh yeah, he absolutely has a purple frame. He will charge you 4 gold for it.
I give him the gold that I've already purpled.
Boom. You have what would be a nice oak frame for a painting.
Stained in purple.
Stained in purple. Yep.
That's a story.
It'll be a good contrast to the copper.
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well,
And as
bronze.
you make
Yeah,
your way
whatever.
out of the shop.
Still fine.
Similar.
Yeah.
Still fine.
I think actually
Still-
a better.
Yeah, probably.
But as you make your way out of the shop, it's still frigid cold outside. Zablob seems quite pleased with himself for your trade. You head over to the skewered dragon, which again, the painted dragon on the roof is not visible under all the snow at this point here. But y'all head in. It is pretty much dead. Beside the 3 of you, there is one person wearing a black cloak sitting in the corner sipping an ale. Or it might be something harder, you're not sure. It's either a very flat ale, because there's no foam to it at all, or, yeah, there are no sailors in this hour. But
Wasn't someone sort of watching us in a black cloak last time we were here?
yes,
Yes.
pretty much sitting in the same
Mm.
spot. The
Interesting.
barkeep greets you, does not recognize you, but asks
It's
if you
been a
want
while.
Yeah. You figure he doesn't remember most of the people that come by.
It's not worth it.
I mean, yeah. So, do you guys just get some drinks and hang out?
Bro, yeah.
By the way, James, excellent pickup on that hook horror. I actually put that hook horror doll in there just for that. Just to trade it to Zablob at some point.
Nice. I was like, hold on a second. If
Wait
I
a
remember,
fucking
that's a
minute.
purple thing.
I got a whack purple thing. So yeah, you guys just hang out at the Skewered Dragon.
All right.
Do you try and interact with that other person? Or do you just kind of...
I go over to him.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey. They don't look up. They're just kind of staring down at their mug.
I sit down.
Sure. They
You're
keep
here.
their head down so their hood covers them mostly. But they
You're
don't-
here awfully late and looking mysterious.
Fair point.
They
It's a hell of a pickup line.
they don't really respond to that. They say, and take a sip of their
I feel like
drink.
you might have been spying on us the last time we were here.
They don't answer to that. They take another sip.
I take a sip. So
Okay.
what's your business? What kind of line of work are you into?
They take a sip of their drink.
Mm,
Nothing you need to know.
Hmm. I'm just staring at them.
Yeah, they are expressly not making eye contact, and they are sitting in a way that is practiced to avoid having their facial features be visible beneath the hood.
I'm just sitting there for a while.
Okay.
Saying
They don't make
nothing.
like a move to like leave or
Mhm.
anything. They just kind of sip their drink for some time. You get the idea that they're probably waiting for something.
All right.
Tack and Fildry?
I give the barkeeper a note to Dana, who's going to be here in
Uh-huh.
tomorrow. Be like, hey, can't do it tonight. Already had a big thing going on, but I still want to hang. If you're around, maybe 2 nights from now, come to Troll Skull. And I basically say where Troll Skull is.
Okay. Did you say Troll Skull or the Closed Pint?
I say Troll Skull because it's probably more recognizable by directions.
Sure.
And I also just tell the bartender, a gnome's going to come in here tomorrow looking for me. If you would please relay this letter, I'll tip you well at the end of the night as payment in advance for that. I would appreciate it, sir.
Marcabe shrugs and takes a note,
Thank you very much.
but doesn't promise you anything.
Yeah, that's
You get
about,
the idea that it probably depends on how much you tip them.
that's about what I expected.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
Okay. Well, I guess we move on to Ilaha Q'hi.
Hello.
Ilaha Q'hi, you stand on the top of a building,
Well, I'm definitely like squatting.
or squat on top of a building, looking down on a deserted alley.
Yes.
Nobody moved. No sounds besides the whistling wind. Looking around, you see the starry skies above you. You see the swirls of snow on the rooftops around the city. The dock ward is a fairly low part of the town, nothing built above 2 stories. You see straight out to the harbor pretty much from where you are. Looking back among the rest of the city, a few buildings reaching higher, and of course, the statues towering into the night sky, reflecting the moonlight. But not a soul traverses Black Wagon Alley that evening.
The entire night. So I figure I'll stay there till.
Can you
Like
roll me a
3?
perception check?
I figure I stay there till like 3 in the morning.
Okay.
3 or 4. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Not terrible. Not great.
And can you also roll me a stealth check?
Yes. Fucking Christ.
Well, keep in mind, you have a bonus versus people on the street,
True.
given your advantage.
Yeah.
So as you are kind of squatting out there, I imagine you have like a flask or something to keep yourself warm.
Yeah. That was the whole point of going to.
You just kind of take a sip of your whiskey or whatever alcohol.
Yeah, the strong
enjoys.
stuff.
Yep.
These
Dwarven
these-
whiskey.
Yeah, dwarven whiskey for this particular instance, just because
Yep.
it's so damn cold out.
Dwarven whiskey is a favorite of the Drow, generally speaking, as like a prize of war. But
Yeah,
in this case, simply a amenity of.
Ila's more of
daily
a
life here in the city.
Ila's more of a wine guy. But for this occasion,
course.
I need to be fucking warm.
Well, you take another swig, you screw the cap back on. It's nearing probably 2 in the morning
Okay.
based on the moon and everything.
Yep.
Not any movement in Black Wagon Alley itself, but you hear the
What?
crunching of snow as someone else is walking up kind of the fire escape that you would use to get up. It's not really a fire escape, it's like someone stairs
Yeah.
up to an abandoned room. There's no
I
fire
summoned
escape
my
in the
gun.
dock ward. Yep. you summon your gun and you turn, and the figure walks up. They're not making a distinct effort to not be seen, but they are kind of
Sure.
naturally stealthy. Obviously, you heard and saw them coming. And a figure walks up. They are clouded with. They have a hood over their head, but kind of poking out. There are kind of some slits in the hood. You see 2 black elf ears sticking out. Again, D&D elves. They aren't like World of Warcraft elves.
Yeah,
Their ears aren't like bloing.
Yeah,
but,
they're not like.
Yeah, but they're longer.
Sure.
And you see a drow approach you. Or come. No, they don't approach you quite yet. They just come over the roof, and it's clear you've seen them, and they make eye
obviously have
contact
seen
with you.
me.
Yeah. You can see by their kind of reaction, they maybe didn't expect to see you up here.
Okay.
But now that they're up here, you're in pretty much plain sight. There's not a lot of places to hide amidst, unless you were to bury yourself in snow, but that would suck.
Yeah, no, we're not doing
beyond reason.
We're not doing that. I don't say anything to them.
Okay.
Just keep watching.
They walk over. They don't say anything either. They kind of kneel down beside you with a, take advantage over the town. Or over the alley.
Uh-huh.
After a few minutes, no one showed them.
No.
Not even a trap then.
No one showed except you.
They look at you and kind of smirk. Hold out a gloved hand. Kabig.
Ilaha. Nice to meet you.
You shake his hand?
Yeah.
He nods. You want to come back? The Brotherhood would like to meet you.
I feel like I've done enough to not say no at this point. Or to...
He shrugs.
No. Other way around. Yes. Yes. I'm very tired. It's late.
You're going to need some more energy then.
I can do it once I get moving. I've been up here for a while, and it's fucking cold.
He goes to, reach for a flask and then sees your flask and nods.
It's like, I'm already there, friend.
Turns, starts heading down the stairs.
I
You
follow.
follow?
Yeah.
He brings you.
I never... Well, I guess I de-summon my gun at this point.
Yeah, he clearly has a gun.
Yeah.
You, it's not that, it's visible to any passerby.
It's just
but
that I know he has a gun.
He moves in such a way to, intentionally show you as almost like
Sure.
a affirmation of, yeah,
Just,
we're on the same page.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Kind of like, if you need
it was one of those. It was one of those things where it's like, don't shoot me. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. If you shoot me, I will also shoot you. Just.
So he.
I understand.
Leads you from here.
Yep.
Through all sorts of back alleys. Just all over Helling Creation.
Yep. Sure.
It's very confusing and convoluted, but eventually.
On purpose.
Not so much. It seems like he's avoiding any main thoroughfare.
Okay,
at
sure.
all.
Yeah.
But eventually, you come out right here. A cluster of buildings. You're in
Off
a
Fish Street.
tiny little alley off
Sure,
Fish Street
yeah,
over
yeah.
there. And he looks to you. He hasn't really said much else. And says, This is the only hard part. Just lay low. Make for the ship. If anyone tries to stop you, talk to them from there.
Make for the ship. Which ship?
He nods. Heartbreaker. And he begins to, he walks out onto the
And
road
I assume
and begins
that
walking quickly with a purpose.
Is it? Where is he? Which way is he headed?
He's walking down the docks to the ship.
All right. He
He begins walking quickly with a purpose, as if someone would try to stop him or say anything to him to get his attention, he could have, play it off as not having heard them.
Sure.
This is the most in the open you've been since being here. No one does bother you, and as you're kind of making your way up the docks, you hear
I was about to say, I do the
sound-
same thing, honestly.
Yeah. of
Act like
music.
I'm supposed to be there. Go for it.
Yep. And you watch him get right around up to the front of the Heartbreaker, this ship. There's a gangplank coming down. There are bright lights. There's music. You have the powerful scent of delicious food kind of flows out. And you can smell it up on the ship. It looks like there's like a party going on.
Okay.
And he just strolls right up the gangplank.
Sure.
And as soon as he crests the top of the ship, you no longer see an elf, a cloaked elf, but a burly-looking sailor wearing little less than a pair of shorts.
Jesus Christ.
And he gets up and, ha-ha, friends, and just starts mingling. I assume you just follow?
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah, you walk right up, and the second that you crest the top of that ship,
Same
your
thing.
appearance changes, as if under the effect of some sort of potent illusion.
Dope.
You look down, you're wearing
Nothing but shorts, I
tight
assume.
red shorts. You are absolutely just ripped. Your biceps and muscles are outrageous. You seem to be taller, which is a little weird.
Odd. Sure.
You have a big curly mustache. You look kind of like a strong man.
Okay.
From, like, the
nice.
carnival.
I'm in.
And you feel like that too. You don't feel stronger, but like you touch it, it's a physical
it's real
illusion.
muscles.
Yeah.
Sure. Interesting. Cool. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Sick, we're in.
You say that out loud, and it's
No,
your normal
I don't.
voice.
I don't say that.
Okay.
I don't say that. Out loud. It's like, all right, cool. I
Yeah.
look around.
There's just people partying. They all look like kind of carnies and sailors. You
sick.
see the dude that, well, at least you think you see him. There are a bunch of people that look pretty similar here.
Pretty similar,
He's
yeah.
on the other side of the room talking to a man that I'm not sure you have met yet.
Yeah.
His name is Zardoz Zord. Did you see the picture of Zardoz Zord?
I don't think so.
He's basically
Oh,
not a super muscular.
No, I did. I did
Yeah,
see. We googled
big
it.
tricorn
Yeah.
hat, huge
Yeah.
red feather, otherwise
uh-huh.
a red thong and some bandoliers.
Yes, that sounds about right.
That's all he's wearing.
All
And
right.
he's talking to this other guy. And
right.
they gesture for you to come over.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And so Zardoz Zord goes, my friend, I'm glad you could join us.
Hello.
And he goes, he embraces you. It's very
I give him. I
strange.
embrace. I give him a hug.
Okay.
Playing along.
I'm glad you could finally join us for the party. Please, wish to enjoy yourself first or straight to business?
Comrade, I would like to get down to business.
Very well. Kind of nods to the person you now know is Krabig. Krabig kind of fucks off, and he turns and walks towards the captain quarters on the deck, just, nodding for you to follow
I follow
along.
him. Yeah.
He has a huge mug of beer in his hand where he just puts it back. It spills all over his face as he's chugging it.
Yeah.
Drink up, friends.
I was about to say, can I grab like a mug and just like
smashes a mug on the
slam it?
ground.
Can
Yeah,
I
oh,
grab
yeah,
it
absolutely.
and slam it back and then just like go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sick. How strong is this ale?
It's not that strong.
Okay, good. We're fixing
And,
some problems on our
But yeah, it's all over him.
All right.
And yeah, you follow him?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you enter into the captain's quarters.
Sure do.
You open the door. It's fairly simple quarters. There's a nice like desk for like plotting things, and yeah, whatever.
Yep.
There's a small like horn, like an animal's horn mounted on the wall behind the desk.
Okay.
Don't know what that could be for, but it's really out of place. And as soon as you close the door, the sound of the party is just totally muted.
Awesome.
And he...
I don't say that out loud, but that's awesome.
Yeah. And you see the bethonged Zardoz Zord kind of just reach his hat and adjust it a little bit, and immediately the illusion fades.
Yeah.
And you see the
JB never caught.
Well, actually...
This is how I know him, I assume.
It's how you might know him, but he is, in fact, Jarlaxle Ban Ray,
There it is. That's what I
legendary
actually.
drow swashbuckler. You maybe have even heard of Jarlaxle, and I think you're familiar with... Maybe not, actually. He's kind of like underground. But
I was about to
anyway,
say, I probably haven't. I
Yeah.
didn't grow up in like a drow
in drow culture.
city. Like
he's
I'm not.
he's kind of infamous among
Yeah.
the drow.
I was gonna say, I probably don't know him, honestly.
Yeah, so he adjusts his hat and kind of grimaces a little bit at the fact that he is currently covered in ale. But
Yeah. It was for show. I understand.
yep, he kind of dusts off his shirt a little bit, and you see all the water on him just poof, just go away as
Yep.
though prestidigitated off.
Yep.
And he says, "Brother, I'm glad you could join us. It's about time we spoke frankly."
As long as I can stay Ela, that's fine.
On this ship, you are bound by our illusions, but off the ship, you can be whoever you'd like.
Sure.
It's not of my business to tell you how to live your life and who you are.
It was a joke. It's fine.
Of course. Your friends,
Yes.
they have killed one of our own.
I see.
One acting out of line. It is
Okay.
forgiven, so long as they do not cross us again.
Sure.
I am Jarlaxle Bandrai. He takes his hat
so-
off with a flourish.
Pleasure to get a proper introduction.
Yes.
Ilaha Q'hi.
Ilaha, you know, I do not need to tell you that our people are treated poorly. We are hated by many.
Yes.
We are here for each other, to make sure that we are not stepped on by the drow or by the humans of this sea.
Sure.
Do you have anything you would like to share with the Brotherhood at this time?
Such as.
Anything at all? We, of course, are here to help one another.
Are we looking for wrongdoings that need justice, or just information, or
Wrongdoings, information, coin, all things can go to hell. You are breaking death now. You can rely on us to back you up when it is necessary and prudent.
Sure.
And we expect to rely on you.
Of course, I feel like I have, upheld my ends of every assignment that I've been given so far. So.
Absolutely. And done
Oh.
spectacularly, might I add.
Ah.
He kind of claps.
Thank
He claps like a golf clap to you,
Yeah.
but you get the idea that it's like not a condescending clap. Like
no,
he means
it's yeah. I gave him the like rundown of our run-in with Xanathar. That was a thing.
interesting.
I also like at this point. Did James and I just or like Fildry and I discussed that he was part of the Xanathar, right? Or the Zentarum? Zentarum, that one.
I don't know, Fildry. Have you
James-
told anyone?
Is that a thing?
I think Elo was hinting at it, being like your contact, and I'm like, yeah, my contact, and just trying to avoid talking about the subject in front of
Tack. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess
All right.
is that something that you've been out with to anyone in the party, Fildry?
Not like
I could-
expressly out with.
Yeah, they know you're working
Sure.
for someone. They just don't know who exactly.
I probably
Maybe-
have. I was about to say I probably have a solid guess that it's the Zentarum, but you know, obviously I give him that information, but it's like that's just kind of speculation. You know, and I also don't think that
I
it's
do not
necessarily
need to
anything
know specifics
worry
about
about.
your friends right now.
to.
The phrase is
You know.
you Earthwalkers say there are bigger fish to fry.
True. There are indeed.
I do
don't
not
know.
mean to pressure you.
No,
If
that's fine.
there's nothing you'd wish to share this time, that's fine.
I just don't think I
Well,
have
nothing.
any other information. Is the thing.
Very well. You are, of course, always welcome on board our ship.
Much appreciated.
Enjoy yourself. Be merry. I know that you are fraternizing with your brother.
Yes.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I would like to take off this visage of propriety and enjoy myself.
Yes.
And he goes to like just stride past you to leave.
I don't.
Like he has
stop him.
no problem leaving you in the captain's quarters. Yeah, he just walks out.
All right.
And of course, as he does so, he adjusts his hat, and immediately he is man in red thong going out to
Zardoz
party.
Zord.
With,
Yeah, Zardoz
he is
Zord.
Zardoz Zord.
Sure.
Not that you know the name, actually. He never gave you that name.
Yep.
But
I
what does Ela
I-
do? The door closes, the silence again.
probably just leave.
Okay. You go out onto the deck.
Yeah.
Okay. The party is raging. Do you like enjoy it? Do you participate? at all?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
to the rest of you,
What's happened with this person that I've been sitting across from this entire time?
yeah. So eventually, you get to the point where they just go to leave. They say, "I have something to do."
Very well.
Sorry, they say, "I have something to do."
Oh, Jeremy. Also,
They
just for
get up and go to
clarification, none of the Nimblewrights showed up, correct?
There's Nimble right on the ship.
No.
It's serving
no.
drinks.
No. At
Oh
the.
no,
At the meeting.
no.
Okay.
The fancy Nimblewright, or there are a couple of Nimblewrights on aboard the Heartbreaker right now, serving drinks.
Oh shit, Jeremy. Can we backtrack for a second?
Sure.
I would have told him about.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What do you tell? Do you tell him anything about the stuff you've discovered about the stone or the Nimblewrights or any of this?
I tell him about the Nimblewrights. I don't tell him about the stone because I don't know enough about the stone that I don't feel like it's pertinent
So
information.
you just tell him a Nimblewright tried to bomb your house.
I tell him that a Nimblewright tried to bomb our house and that there is a Nimblewright who makes other Nimblewrights.
This is very interesting. Where is it?
I believe it is at the was it House of Helping Hands or some shit like that.
House of Inspired Hands. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one, yeah. That's fucking close.
The House of Helping Hands.
Hey
Do you
man,
know
I don't know.
where in the
That's a
building
church
it's
name.
Yeah, very churchy.
It's kept in the attic, if I'm not mistaken. Although they may have moved him, for
Ilaha.
he was escaping. Yes.
How would you say if you and your friends could do the Brotherhood a favor? Maybe a distraction in the square out front. Say 5
Outside
days
of
from now at
the
Heist.
House of Inspired Hands.
Is right out front in the square. Something that might take people's eyes off of the back room. A Nimblewright that could make Nimblewrights could be very helpful for us.
So not to be rude, what would we receive in return?
You will be handsomely rewarded, of course. You are a member of the Brotherhood.
We will keep the date the same. I will talk to my compatriots.
Of
And
course.
I will get back to you about it.
Very well. You know where to find me.
That
Now
I
I
do.
will go out and
Yeah,
party.
now we and then
now
we
you
start
get-
partying.
Exactly. The rest of you,
I try and get a look at them as they're trying to leave.
can you roll me a perception check with advantage? Because you've committed to this. As we get back to the party.
All right.
Oh yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
you get a good look at her.
Mhm.
She's been
Ooh.
trying to disguise her voice very clearly. And you notice a couple of other things. She has a mask on. And although you do not know her title, I will simply show you this handout so that you can see what she looks like. Bob what? What? She is the Black Viper. She has a big kind of pointed mask which covers her face.
Now this
And,
mask, it's not masked lord type mask, right?
No, it is not.
Okay.
It seems like it might be
It
painted.
was like a Batman
actually.
mask.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
Batman mask.
What is she
But,
old
holding
school
in her
Batman
left
mask.
hand?
I think that's just for
Some
the
kind of
hangout.
You
necklace.
know, looks
It's
like
not a
red
necklace of fireballs, though.
Yeah, no, it's just like a ruby necklace.
Yep.
There wouldn't be
And-
one big one. There'd be a bunch of little ones.
It's true.
She makes her way out.
Does
But
she?
you get a pretty
Okay.
good look at her.
Does the mask mean anything? Like, do I know of a masked? I'm gonna
Thief.
assume a thief that goes around. Like, is this something I could know about potentially?
Yeah, I think you have heard of a vigilante who is kind of notorious in the city of Waterdeep, notorious for that, the mask specifically. A burglar, a pickpocket, a mugger, and an assassin who died nearly a century ago
Burglar.
after a long and nefarious career.
Interesting.
And recently,
So
maybe
someone's-
you heard Frewn talk about this at the Yawning Portal at some point,
Mhm.
that the Black Viper has returned to Waterdeep, but no one's really sure if they're real, because
Shouldn't
again,
look-
they died 100 years ago.
She didn't look like an elf.
No, absolutely, she's definitely human, 100%. Unless she like cut and smoothed her ears and
Mhm.
and then prosthetic her ears, which like probably not
Oh.
gonna happen.
Mm.
It'd be pretty fucked. And her body shape is very much of human. She'd have to. She'd be wearing some bulk stuff to like, to human it up as an elf.
Mhm. But this wasn't a this definitely was not a masked lord type mask.
No, not at all. Nope. Those are like full costumes. The mask.
Okay.
Also, you would never see those in public.
Well, I don't know if it's like a.
Sorry.
You're
yeah.
incognito anyway. If you're wearing the mask, I figured it could be a weird vigilante
Yeah.
mask.
Nope. Do you
All
like
right.
say anything? You get a good look at her. As she's
Uh,
like getting up to walk out.
I said, wait.
She stops. What?
I hand her a business card. Stop by, Troll Skull. Well, alright, it's the closed pint.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to chat. At some.
Very well. She turns to leave. She kind of like, I imagine it's like saloon doors here at the closed pint.
Mhm.
As the doors fly open and she walks out, they close once and she's gone.
That was neat. I go over to the other two.
Okay,
Hey, so-
everyone saw that too.
So that. I look at the bartender. I sort of huddle with the other two. So that was a vigilante.
All right, that's something we kind of do as well.
Right. Right. So I've been thinking, the kids.
Yes.
Uh, Weird transition, I know, but it'll make sense. So, I feel like they should know how to fight. We get broken into often.
Alright.
We can't hear you, Tack.
Once again.
I had a little too much.
Try
tonight.
Discord.
Turn off the silence feature, Tack.
I've learned a new spell.
So as I was saying,
It's
I
like
think-
invisibility, but for your voice.
I think the kids should know how to do a little bit of fighting. We've been
Quite.
broken into / attacked a number of times, and frankly, a little bit of security, even if it is children, would be helpful.
Hey, no robber would ever suspect it.
Exactly. Tack, you could train Martin in your, I don't know, bardy stuff. I don't know magic, but I feel like
I
Jenks
don't know magic.
really wants to be a wizard, so we'll figure that one out. Squidly...
A wizard?
Huh?
Wizarding is a lot like barding, but instead of you just learn words instead of songs.
Sure. Squidly can probably be, I don't know, whatever he wants to be. Well, probably. I'll handle Squidly. And I figure Nat, she's, quiet. So she'd probably make a good rogue. So maybe I can get that vigilante lady to teach her some stuff.
Well, you know. I think Nat would take to that in a heartbeat. Don't know about separating her from the other kids.
Well, I mean, she'd still stay with us. She just,
Oh.
whatever.
At
Nighttime jobs.
night.
Yeah. It's a nighttime thing, right? Like, all I'm saying is they need to be able to defend themselves and the tavern.
Alright. Yeah.
We don't want to go home and find now, instead of Emmec being kidnapped, it's 4 kids.
True.
Like, Emmec, who cares about him? But we don't want to get kids killed.
You know,
I'm a little bit in favor. I don't like the idea of teaching kids. I mean, I guess it's okay if they learn magic. That's a good skill. That's just a good life
Alright.
skill.
it's,
But just swordsmanship seems a bit.
alright,
I wish I was there.
Kids'
I wish I
magic
was
is
there.
a lot more dangerous than teaching them swordplay.
Yes, in a sense, but I don't know. Kids go and study at academies.
Both
Wait.
take discipline. It'll be good for them.
Being a bard is pretty easy, honestly.
Okay, well, that's you
I
and
mean-
Martin, but we'll send Jenks to Rashal. I'll deal with Squidly.
You're a
God,
brave
Shaw
man, Philado. I
handling
always
Jinx.
knew it.
And
really?
Nat can be this. Hopefully, she's called the Black Viper.
A fancy.
So
Well, I could just have them do strength training.
I mean, that's where we can start.
Really, all you need is stamina and strength, and after that, whatever.
Nobody
I mean,
cares about
Jenks
porn.
could use a little bit of exercise. So
Exactly. I'll just have him be lifting his own body weight for a while. I'll shit him out.
all right. I think we're all agreed. Children are gonna learn. Children are gonna learn to
You're-
use fighting skills.
But are you about to say child army?
No, whatever make you think that.
Well,
As a side note, Ela is totally on board for this.
God damn. Well,
uh-oh.
I'm
you
just
all
not there.
return, I imagine, or do you guys want to do anything else at the Skewered Dragon? Nothing major happens. Pretty dead night.
Ela doesn't
Eventually,
come
the
by.
barkeep wants you to leave so he can go to bed.
Mm. Ela's
Ela
probably
does-
fine.
Ela doesn't show up.
Yeah, Ela does not fucking show up.
Alright. Do we go? Yeah.
Let's walk through the alley and see if he's dead in the alley,
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
and then if he's not there, we'll assume he's fine.
All right,
We do that and go home?
Yeah, no one there.
All right, we go home.
All right,
All
Jeremy.
right.
I assume I stumble home at about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, the rest of you get home first. When you get back, Emmec is there. And he is just
Come
passed
on!
out on the counter.
Huh.
God
Not really
damn it!
responsive.
Oh, he made it!
All right, I really hope he didn't try to running away. All right,
That
And
could
then
be that.
and then making the Xanathar angrier at us. I mean, it's a good thing we didn't mention that. Oh yeah, you mean your lieutenant, the guy that we had murdered by his own carrion crawler?
Oh, I doubt the carrion crawler won that.
Well, I'm a man of faith, Philado, so
That's true.
So, yeah. Do you guys just leave Emmec passed out on the bar?
No, it's
No,
unsightly.
that's insanitary. I put him on the floor
Alright.
Just put him in the
behind
basement.
the bar.
Just put him in the
behind
basement.
the bar.
So
Yeah.
so mean to this boy.
Okay.
Hmm.
He seems very tired.
All right, you sleep there, Emmec.
Oh, the children aren't here. They're in the other room.
I
They're
assume
asleep.
they're upstairs asleep.
They're upstairs. And, yeah.
All right, we go to bed.
You
Yep.
go to bed. You wake up in the morning. Everything's
Head down
fine.
to the tap room.
Yeah. Emmec has gone home at some point.
I put some biscuits down in the biscuit
Okay.
box.
Yep.
I assume by the time he comes
actually-
back up, I'm coming through the door.
As you're putting biscuits in the biscuit box, you see Xanathar kind of floating down.
Well, no, the biscuit box is sewer side.
Oh yeah, you see him floating down the sewers then toward you.
Ah, hello.
hey,
Hi. I've
is
made.
Emmec home?
I don't know.
We were going to go to the mud flats and see how far we can throw rocks.
They're legitimately friends.
Should you be out and about like that?
I mean,
No, we're
Xanathar
going
is
to the
friends
mud
with Emmec.
flats.
That's true. Thinking back to just throwing a bugbear over the edge, just a corpse over the edge into the mud flats.
I love this relationship where he's just like a little kid where his friend lives down the road and he goes to knock on the parents' door. It's like, is he home? Can he come
Is
out and
Emmec home?
play?
Well, Xanathar,
great.
I'll go check to see if Emmec's awake yet. I have
I'll
installed.
wait right here.
Okay, I've installed a box here for your
Biscuits.
biscuits. So,
Yum, 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 yum.
all right.
He
I'll,
starts eating the biscuits.
okay, I'll go get Emmec. I go upstairs, go into
Okay.
Emmec's house. Emmec, your friend has come to play.
Ah. Oh no.
Give him a day off.
Feel it, please. Mercy.
Just tell him he's not home.
Now again, I'm so tired. He kept me. I was moving all day. I never stopped. I never took a rest. I
He
suffered
wants
a
to
level of
go-
exhaustion, Philado.
He wants to go throw rocks with you off the mud flats. I mean, how exhausting can that be?
Not again.
Wait, is that what you did yesterday?
The rocks he throws are so large. My poor hands. My arms are so weak. Philado.
Give him a
Tell
long
him I'm
rest.
sick.
He's
Okay.
sick. I mean, he is sick.
All right, but we're going to do
Thank
some.
you.
We're going to do some strength training now, Emmec. So you can go out with the Xanathar whenever he wants you to, because we can't keep telling him you're sick. Because frankly, I don't want to risk
Just
pissing off.
sometimes.
I go downstairs.
Yeah, maybe 50-50.
Okay.
No, that's
Emmec-
too often.
Emmec's just like
gotta be like
anxiously waiting
70-30.
by the door up there.
Xanathar, I'm sorry, but Emmec is sick.
What?
Yes, he's come down with a cold. He can't be outside too long or he gets sick.
Does he need some medicine?
No, he'll recover fine without medicine. He needs a day of bed rest. But I'm sure he'll be better tomorrow.
Okay. his eye stalks all just kind of like droop down, and he turns around and begins to slowly float away.
I feel so bad for him.
Tell him I'll be back tomorrow.
I'll tell him you'll be back tomorrow. Did you want anything else? Like a drink of water or something?
No, I'm good.
Oh
He floats away.
no! The poor boy! My
go back.
poor
I
boy!
go upstairs. I'm not doing that again. I felt incredibly guilty doing that. Tack, you get to tell the Xanathar that you cannot play.
Emmec falls to
shit.
his knees. Thank you so much.
Oh
That's
That's
shit!
fair. I guess this is my responsibility.
Shit!
Your mercy will not be forgotten so quickly, Philado.
Yes, it's good.
All right.
He's coming back tomorrow, Emmec, and you have to go play with him. I'm not watching that disappointed face float away again.
Emmec shakes in fear, but nods. Very well.
All right. So,
Oh god.
Emmec,
Emmec
Am I
goes
home
back
yet?
to bed.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
you're
have
here.
you.
This is the morning.
Okay.
We're gonna have you do strength training with the kids. All right. Oh
Not
wait,
today,
we need to.
please.
Well, hey,
All
can
right,
I do it?
Go,
Can I do it too?
go hit the hay.
Yes, you can do it too. Have the kids shown up yet?
No, they're asleep. They sleep in if they can.
All right. Well, you know,
All
what? Let's poke open the hatch above the pantry, so that the smell of breakfast cooking gets upstairs.
All
I mean, the
Oh.
chimney also does that.
Not as
This,
well,
this
but
is
yeah.
closer to the kitchen, so it'll go
Yeah.
right.
Anyways,
Mm.
boys.
Mm.
So
Emmec
first of
goes
all,
home to sleep.
good job not showing up. Fantastic. It was absolutely meant for you.
Right.
Second of all, they have forgiven you for killing that rogue operative. It's good stuff.
Well, that was them.
Because- Yeah, he was one of us, and then apparently went off the rails. So it's okay.
Mm.
One of
Solid.
us.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
I'm just saying, the word "us" is
The
quite a
word is
word to
us.
you.
The word is us. Us will remain anonymous, mainly because out of character, I've forgotten the name.
Oh, the word the Bragendarth is.
Oh God, can you
the
spell that for me?
Oh, fucking
a Y in
hell,
there.
Kyle.
B-R-A-G?
Why would you ask? No, not even close. You're already
Beard.
lost. All right, let me
like
post
old-
this for
is
you
this
I'm
like-
wrong
in
about the Y.
chat.
Is
I'm
this
wrong
like
about there being a
bullshit?
Y?
Okay, it's not bullshit
B-R-E.
Irish spellings. Okay, we're good.
I would have sworn there was a Y. I wrote this down a long time ago.
Well,
All right, cool,
that's okay.
solid. Still gonna remain anonymous. Third, they have given me a few missions and they pay very well. They want us in 4 days' time now, I believe, is how that would work out. Possibly 5. I don't know.
Maybe 4 days.
4 days, sure. To cause a distraction outside of the House of Inspired Hands. At about,
Okay.
At about
For-
noonish. Right? It was about noonish, you
Yeah.
said?
High sun, which is new.
High sun. Alright.
Okay. To what end?
Enough to distract people inside.
For what reason?
Oh, God, do I tell you?
I love it in the Ilaha's like, do I tell him?
No, that's not.
No,
That's
I know.
not.
Hmm.
For our own purposes, but they did say that we will be handsomely rewarded.
And what are those purposes?
I don't know that I am allowed to tell you.
I mean, they wanted us to do a job. Surely they'd give us a little bit more information.
They wanted me
Right.
to do a job with you.
Hmm.
With us?
Yes.
Huh.
You get the idea it was more that he's like, he's okaying you to use your outside
Okay,
house.
sure.
Yeah. Like, you get the idea that
Sure,
brotherhood is
sure,
very
sure.
much about trust. right? And
Yeah.
this is like, it's almost like a, we've given you some missions, but here we're giving you some agency in your mission, right? This
Sure,
is like a,
okay.
we trust you to do this how you need to do
Sure.
it.
I'm sure Tack will be on board with this. It's to bust Nim out.
Oh, that sounds like terrifying, but I do want. But they're gonna take him.
Yes, but they will allow him to do what he wants to do.
I guess that's better. But I wanted to kind of be friends with him. But yeah, sure.
I mean, there's nothing saying that you
Who
can't
are we
be friends
fighting
with him.
again?
We're not fighting
There's a
anybody.
lot of-
We're causing
no,
a distraction.
no, we're
All right, we
we're
will
causing a distraction.
protest
Okay,
for nimble rights.
that's really fun.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Holy shit. Out of character. God damn.
Dungeons and Dragons is over. There's no more D&D ever.
Nope.
It's the best it's gonna get.
I was really happy with that one.
That was really good. I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
Woo!
Damn.
Yeah,
All
Shirley,
right.
how long have you been holding on to that? Jeez.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Nice.
Sounds about right.
Nice. Sure, but basically what we have to do is cause a distraction so that way they can get in and get out with Nim.
All right. Sure, I'm on board.
Oh, well, that went over way
Well.
easier than I expected, honestly.
Do we get a nimble right if they're just gonna let him build?
I
nimble?
don't know in particular.
Alright.
I was told that we would be handsomely rewarded. I was very tired and fairly drunk.
We'd have a really weird staff. I mean, we already do, but
Alright,
then
Nimble
we have
so
a
right would be
ghost.
awesome though.
children.
yes, but so would they treat
Oh,
Nim better?
Ilaha, you're not hungover at all.
Awesome.
Would they be treating Nim better than the House of Inspired Hands?
I assume so. I mean, they wouldn't be hindering his desire to build other nimble rights for him to have some form of companionship.
Yes, but if they forced him to
I
build
don't.
other nimble rights,
Now, you see, here's the thing: is I don't think that you have to force Nim to build other nimble rights. I think he innately wants to build more of them.
I think he's all in on
No,
that.
I think he's super in on that. So
I
if they
don't
just
know, I think
allow
he
him
was
to
supposed
do
to-
it, I think he'll just do it.
all right. But if we really want this to be an autonomous being, he should be able to choose his own path. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I have no control over what they will do with him.
I guess it's just. A
I can
wager
only
of
assume
who
that it's a
thinks-
better situation than what he's in.
Probably not trapped in a room with no lights
I-
because they took
because-
away his light bulbs.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Alright,
Like
yeah.
they,
Just a,
they treat him like a slave. We're just gonna cut it out. That's what they do. So. Are we all on board?
Mm.
We're all on board.
All right. But
I
there's still the
guess
matter
you're-
of that nimble right that's over by Gralhund Manor there.
I think I can't be heard again.
No,
No,
we
you
can.
No,
can.
you are. You can
Oh,
be.
okay. I was just gonna
Why?
say it's just do we think it's better off in the hands of his friends or those people, and I think those his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
No, I agree.
All right, cool.
All right.
Fantastic. I will make a journey down there to give them the good news. I'll also inquire a little bit about the nimble right at wherever the hell that is.
Gralhund or whatever. Find out what
Yeah,
they're going to
Gralhund
do with
Manor.
this nimble right and see if they can give him appropriate accommodations for a sentient being because he's that.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
if I'm hearing this right, Ilaha, you want to head back down to the ship and just like confirm how that's gonna roll out?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. You're just telling them you're gonna do that, but you're not actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. No problem.
I'll also inquire about the one
You
at
go walk around
Gralhund.
the town for a little while pretending to go and ask. Okay, sure.
Yeah. I mean, I will actually go to like the ship, talk to
Oh,
Jarlaxle and whatnot.
yeah. Yeah, he'll see you like immediately.
Yeah.
He will like he'll stop what he's doing to see you.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Very appreciated.
What a nice guy.
I'll talk to Jarlax. I'll tell him that we'll do it.
Definitely one of the
in
potential
about
villains.
4 days, like he wanted.
Yeah, he's very happy for that.
I'll also ask him if he knows anything about the Nimble right at Gralhund Manor.
He does not.
Okay. Now the Gralhunds are like a rich family in town, right?
Yeah, they are powerful nobles. He's heard of
Okay.
them.
Okay. So you have any information on them? Because we're pretty sure that their Nimblewright tried to blow up the front of our house.
Yeah, he tells you best he knows they're working with the Zentaran. But they aren't really at the forefront of his dealings at the moment.
That's totally fine. Any information is good information, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Do you ask him about what's going to happen to Nim, or are you just
In passing.
Yeah. I mean, he gives you like in a very eloquent way well, nimble rights are creatures too, and some are more intelligent than others, and if this one is capable of creation, they'll treat it as well as they need to for it to create as much as it wants.
Yeah, exactly what I told everybody already.
Pretty much. He's like, we will facilitate the shit out of that. And
fantastic.
You get the idea that I imagine the topic of sentience comes up.
Yeah,
to some degree.
Probably.
And he's very much in the deal like, well, people treat Drow like shit because we're different. I'm not going to treat this like shit because it's different.
Because it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of his position on it.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. So, all right, cool. I will go and let everyone know. Okay. Got all the information I found out. Specifically stating that it's exactly as I said, and you don't have to worry about it.
Great. Good
While he's gone, I think I turned to the others and I'm like, we should try and get the Xanathar a nimble right. A friend that never tires, that can help him with his rock throwing or whatever.
That sounds
What is our life?
Nim and Xanathar for life.
Oh my god.
All right, you guys, I have to work out the children, okay? I don't have time for this.
Yes, children! They come down.
Phrasing.
Yeah, the children come down shortly after the smell of the food starts wafting up.
Children!
Uh-huh.
How would you like to learn how to fight?
Squidly's super in. Nat is like pretending not to be super in, but is super in. The kobold says, meh. And Martin's like, I don't want to fight anyone.
Okay, fine.
And Jenks tells you he's a powerful wizard.
Yes, of course.
And that he could teach you some magic if you want.
I don't need that, but we're gonna teach you how to exercise.
Oh no! Jenks runs away slowly. He moves at 20 feet per round.
Oh, brutal. Look,
I guess
Jenks,
is that a dash?
No.
Okay.
Jenks, get back here. You have to do a little bit of exercise, and then we're gonna find you a wizarding teacher.
No, in all seriousness, Jenks doesn't really care.
Jenks, we're gonna teach you. All right. Fildry's gonna strength train you all or something, and then we'll figure it out from there. But you need a little bit more stamina.
Okay. Sure. I mean, they're all down there.
What's the girl's name again?
Nat. But you can't see their names.
When we
No,
I can't.
God, name tags would be very.
When we get past the point of just strength
eyes.
training, I'll be more than happy to teach Nat how to wield the sword.
Nat pretends not to be super excited, but is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I only agree to this because she can't talk.
I go over to Ilaha. Ilaha, I may have found a teacher for Nat. The teacher does not know that that's a possibility yet, and I don't know if she'll ever come to meet with me here like I asked her to. But she's a vigilante that's also a thief. She's a vigilante now, but she's taken the character of someone that was a thief, mugger, among other assassin about 100 years ago, named the Black Viper.
Sure. Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you know anything about it? You're the information guy.
Died 100 years ago. Otherwise, infamous. That's what you know.
Exactly everything that you already know.
Great.
That's about it.
Okay. So the day passes uneventfully. You
Can we
train
fucking
the
get
kids.
ready for opening day? God damn it!
I don't know.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you're pretty much ready. It's just you're training kids to kill things now instead.
Guys, we need to start running this bar to get money.
That's true.
Right.
Well, okay, let's. You know what? Should we? Tack, why did you postpone your date? You could have done that. Or are we going to
I
Gralhund?
thought we were gonna go to Gralhund tonight.
I did too, Pete. I did too.
All right, let's go to Gralhund.
I was 100% ready to go to Gralhund
Jesus
tonight.
fucking Christ! All right, tomorrow night,
Well, 2
I
weeks
got-
from
Oh.
now.
2 weeks from now, opening night.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't do it tomorrow night because I got plans now because I moved my date back.
You know,
So
Tack,
that
you don't
evening-
need to be here necessarily.
All right.
I need to be here for sure.
All right.
Well, Tack, we're gonna open the bar like as soon as possible, and your date does not take precedence over us making money.
Well,
I'm
she'll be
sorry.
here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she's coming here. Great.
That's fine. That works.
Mhm.
All right. Anyways, fast forward throughout the day to Gralhund.
Montage of the kids getting strength training and doing chores.
Indeed.
All right, kids. First, you will try to pick
No,
up
no,
my
no. We're
sheet.
montaged. That is montaged. We're past it. We're done.
This is how you wield a pick.
It's that
Getting
night.
strong, getting
You've
tough.
made your way to Gralhund
Ba-da-da.
fucking Manor.
Da-da.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The kids running up and down the steps. Emmec also
Yeah.
pathetically running up and down the steps.
Jeremy, tell me about Gralhund Manor.
Yeah, tell us about Ground. Girl.
No, tell me
Gralhund,
about
shut
the
the
kid,
fuck up.
guys.
You don't care.
Tell me about the kid.
No!
we already
no.
did that. We're already
Advance the
done.
plot!
Oh, we're advancing the plot. All right, let me just put on the music then.
The
Plot
plot
music?
advancement.
Okay,
Jesus fucking Christ.
that day's over. The kids are stronger
God-
now. They're not
God
actually,
damn
but
it.
whatever.
We
You
are exhausted.
have made you made your way east to Gralhund Villa near it's just like a couple blocks away from your house. It is
Yep.
that night. The
Yep.
streets are dead, not a soul is out and about, but a few of the buildings have lights in their windows and whatnot. And you come to the big plot of land that houses Gralhund Villa. This is a very weird map. You're on the street right here, and this big thing that's blocking your line of sight that you can barely see is the wall.
Is
They
it
have
a solid wall?
Huge stone wall. Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically, the wall is God damn it, where is it? Now I can't find it. What you've done to me. You've ruined me.
I
The
blame.
estate is enclosed by a 12-foot-high stone wall.
Not that tall.
That is what you see.
Is that
And
the
you
thing I'm
hear
stepping over? Oh god.
you are trying to step over. It's the big thing directly in front of you all. I'm pointing at it.
Jeremy,
Yep, uh-huh.
Yes.
hooded lantern
Oh, can you not fucking see anything?
to 5 foot.
I
not
have
see-
I have a tiny light around me for some reason.
Me
I'm
too.
saying.
Jesus Christ.
I am in
But I
absolute
can see-
darkness.
And then my
First of all-
regular dark vision.
What is
I
your
was about
hooded
to say-
lantern?
I have,
I
have
it's,
dark vision for 100.
bright 5, dim 5. If I have it hooded, which I have it
There you
hooded.
go. Oh, wait. That's incorrect. There you go. There's your hooded lantern.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Oh,
see a
man.
wall.
I don't know if we should do this, guys. Maybe we should do this another night.
Mm.
I never went to the Brewers Guild. We could go do that.
Oh, we should have
Oh
done
my
that by now.
Fucking god.
All right.
You can see poking up over the wall.
Oh, sorry.
There are the branches of some large trees just inside the enclosed villa. You see the enclosed villa itself, which stands several stories. It's a fairly magnificent structure for, well, the North Ward's a nice ward. And there are gates. Actually, I think there's one gate, which is interesting why there's one gate. It is over here. You can kind of barely see that it's a gate.
Now,
Oh.
Jeremy,
Also,
these
Jeremy,
branches.
you don't have movement restricted. I accidentally went through the wall.
Oh, I sure did too.
I hate that they don't have that on by default.
Now, Jeremy,
Yes,
these branches, do they overhang the wall?
I will tell you in just a moment. All right.
Whoa.
All right. So now
What the
things
hell
that
is
you
that?
explore should still be visible. Trust me,
Oh.
it's a good thing. The branches
Whoa, wow.
slightly overhang the wall, not like
So
big
bright.
ones.
This
Okay.
looks weird.
Yeah, it's because of the way Roll20 handles diagonal dynamic lighting
Oh, that's super
poorly.
interesting. You don't say. So not the big ones. So not one sturdy enough that we could like throw a rope over.
You could try, but you don't think it would hold anyone bigger than Tack.
All right, and then Tack gets over and he ties it off the.
To
Easier
something
way to
more
climb.
simple. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
The gate, as you're kind of like looking at it, is a set of ornate iron gates. You can see through it and see a yard with several large trees, as well as 2 footpaths, one which leads to a 2-story brick mansion, and an eastern one which detaches toward a coach house. I will delete this dynamic lighting, just so you can actually see through into the yard.
Sure, I appreciate it. Are there any guards that I can see?
From where you are right now, you do not see any.
And I assume the gate is locked.
Yeah, you like rustle it at all, or? I mean, it's
I-
clearly
lightly,
locked.
lightly.
It's clearly locked. Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
And kind of frozen a little bit.
well, now we could go with that, or I can try and pick open this lock. We want to just try and go that way.
All right, well, I don't know. I don't trust somebody who has a nimble right in their house to not have some sort of
Trap?
enchantment, traps,
Sure.
some sort of
Yeah.
alarm.
Do you have
I
a
mean, there's no
do you have a
guarantee that
magic
we won't
detection?
trigger something over the top.
Does anyone in our party have detect magic?
Nope.
That's wild.
I barely know how I do the magic that I do.
I know.
I am,
Identify.
Can you identify magic in an area around us?
I have to spend my time on a specific object.
I'm
You
just-
could identify if there's anything on the rock. Or lock.
I'm just joshing. How about I just climb over and then we do the rope thing?
Exactly.
sure.
Is it a difficult climb if we roll for it, or can I just kind of climb?
I mean, it's icy, but there's like, it's
A
brick,
rope.
so maybe. I mean, it can't be that hard, right?
Plus you have
I
the rope
guess,
to
I guess
assist
we'll
you.
find out. Should I make a check or?
Yeah, if you'd like, you can roll a athletics check to try and negotiate the wall.
Tack's strongest point. It clicked it. Nothing happened.
Roll 20.
Roll 20.
I would try and throw you over, Tack, but
That'd probably make a lot of noise.
yeah, and you're also kind of like a little, tiny little boulder in shape.
I'm refreshing to see if I can go.
It's just dense.
You're very dense,
If you want to just roll for me, I have on -1 while I'm trying to get my stuff working again. I'm having
Sure.
just a rough-
It's very easy for me to roll for you, Tack. You wanted athletics?
Oh, you can just click on it. Yeah. Yeah.
You rolled a 2. You don't even start to get up. You just sit.
I couldn't do it.
All right. What if one of us gives you a boost first? All right.
All right, I'll try again.
I'll
Okay.
stick you up on my shoulders. See, just get you going.
All right. I hop up on Fildry's shoulders and try again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another athletics check with advantage.
My situation is even worse than it was before now. I can see nothing, and my character sheet is white. Oh wait,
Bad
my
Roll 20.
That should be loading in. I don't know why it's taking so long to load it. but-
Well, I'll roll it for you, Tack.
Thank you.
You
One of
got-
those
A
With
7.
advantage.
Just
With advantage?
falls back.
You're right. There is advantage here. There is an advantage.
I'm helping.
You got a 7.
Oh my god.
God.
Uh,
Whoa! Wait, do I make it on a 7? Is that high enough?
no, you fall on Fildry.
Wait.
All
Tack,
right.
Tack, how much do you weigh?
I mean, a halfling weight. I'm like a heavy halfling. Like a very, very big baby.
Give me a number, god damn it.
Probably
don't
about the
know.
same as Jinx.
70.
The number I
5.
had in my head as well. Oh,
Alright,
never mind.
so I'm like 110.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's 40 pounds difference. Yeah.
You're also having the dwarf hoist the halfling up the 12-foot tall wall. Like,
God.
Third time's a charm. And Tack,
Two tall people are just standing back watching.
Well, I
this.
have a negative 2 strength.
Tack on Fildry's shoulder is shorter than Philado. Or Eli.
Tack rubs his hands together and is like, "No, I'm going up this one, mono e mono. Me and this
6'1".
wall."
Okay, I'm like 5'11". Like, can you?
Tack just tries again without
Oh,
help.
almost certainly, but I just want to see how this goes.
I know, right? It's
Okay.
very
go ahead,
entertaining.
Tack.
It's very entertaining.
Oh, do you still need me to roll for you?
Maybe I roll now. Hey,
Hey!
no,
Okay. You don't get it. You slip.
I roll. I spend my point of inspiration.
Oh my god.
You almost get there, but you slip.
all right. Philado, could you?
I boost Ilaha so that
Oh.
he is just at the top of the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see over the wall. There's a bunch of
I
trees.
climb up onto the wall.
Yeah, the wall is. You still have to roll an athletics check
Okay.
to do that.
Oh boy.
Could it
He's
be
being
acrobatics?
helped.
Could it be acrobatics?
No.
So I'm being helped to add advantage.
At advantage.
17.
All right.
Nice.
Ilaha, you clamber onto the wall.
Did it in one.
Did it in one. Perfect. Could it have been near wherever the rope was?
We didn't
You
throw the
haven't
rope.
fixed the rope yet.
No, we threw a rope up here over a tree branch. Didn't
No,
we?
we didn't.
Nope.
We talked about that, and then Tack just decided he was going to climb up the wall himself.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Where is
Take
there
some
a
rope
tree?
out of your pack.
Oh no, I thought we had that. I thought we had already had that up.
Oh,
Yeah, I also assumed that that's what we were doing.
I kind of pictured that as well.
Sure. It doesn't change anything. It just gives you advantage. But sure.
Sure.
You
Where...
clamber up on top of the wall.
I understand that.
Yep.
Where is there a tree near the wall?
You can see the foliage of the trees, the canopies here, and you can see these areas of
that's what
darkness.
this is?
These areas of
Ooh.
darkness that are the parts
Can I attempt
I
to
can't-
parkour up the wall?
I can't move my character piece. Oh, can I?
Yeah,
I think we're
you're
almost
kind. I
freaking
put you
out.
on the inside so you could actually see in. For some reason,
Oh,
they gave
okay,
a
the
double layer of
wall-
dynamic lighting here, and it's
The
hard
wall
to,
is
like-
also fucking me up because I can't pass through the wall because that's weird. Oh, it's probably because I'm not supposed to do that. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funky.
Okay.
You can just move around inside for intended purposes.
It's on the
Though
wall.
keep in mind, if you move too far, like along it, you're gonna have to roll checks to know.
Sure. Alright, so it's a 12-foot wall.
Uh huh. You want to just tie some rope to this tree and throw the rope over?
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Give it
Okay.
Give it a good.
I'm trying to
notch.
be quiet.
Yes.
You owe me a stealth check.
Sure.
And do you have the boots?
I don't.
You hop down.
Tack has the boots.
You tie it up along the tree. Let me see something real quick.
You know, I should probably be wearing the boots if I'm capable.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because
Ilaha, you hop down
Or
and tie
wait,
up the rope.
Fildry, you're in heavy armor as well, right?
yes.
All right, one of the two of us should be in those boots.
I'm not wearing element boots.
There you
Okay.
go.
That's
Philado is
lazy.
wearing the boots.
Whoa, I don't know.
Tack.
He's a kind of a master of stealth.
Yes, and I'm the exact opposite.
All right, but
But if
you
I
know,
wear these boots, I won't make a sound as I step.
But it's kind of like, he's got like a gun and you have your muscles, and I got a kind of like a pair of boots.
oh, Tack, you also have your incredibly witty one-liners. Let's not forget.
And those limericks.
I understand what you're doing right now.
And?
What, complimenting you?
Are you guys just talking through the wall?
No.
I assume this happened at the house because I'm
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not taking off my shoes right now. I want them back after, if that's how
Oh, of
everyone
course.
feels. But man, if I'm not going to use them at the cool times, what's the point of wearing them? And I give up the boots.
Okay.
All right, and if we run into any more enemies that require magic to kill, then it's better if Philo has them.
Yeah, then you
I
can kick
will-
them.
Kick them to death.
Perfect. All right, Jeremy. What happens when I try and tie up this rope?
You tied the rope.
All right. I
Yeah,
yeet
that's
it
it.
over the wall.
You yeet it over the wall.
Yeah.
Do you yell yeet as you throw the
do, you,
rope?
do you yell
No.
yeet? Because that'll give you a
Internally.
-5 to your... Okay.
Internally.
All right. The lot of you can use this to climb over, no problem, but I'll need the 3 of you to roll stealth checks. We'll call this the group stealth check.
Group stealth check.
Please
All
don't
right, so
do
I'm
it.
just rolling regular then,
Sure.
instead of a disadvantage. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Well,
Archon,
hold on,
Fildry. Ruin the whole thing.
because I am at disadvantage on this stealth.
Ruin the
See
whole
how this
thing.
goes.
Come on. Click
Critical failure. Nope.
All right. So, you guys clamber over the wall, and as the last one of you gets down and onto the ground, a couple of things happen. First, you hear from inside the manor the muted yelling. Apparently there's some sort of argument going on, perhaps. The second thing you hear is the bark of a dog coming from the darkness over here.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
And with that, I'm going to need you all to roll me for initiative.
Oh boy. Forgot to select my character.
Don't need to carry
No,
it.
I just roll initiative normal and not a disadvantage.
Somebody must.
All right. Who are you waiting on, Tack?
Yep. Working on it.
Awful.
Is the but just as a question, is the intention to do this whole kind of dungeon tonight? Because if so,
No. The intention is to roll these initiatives and
Pick it up next week.
pick it up next
2
week.
weeks.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I would like to
Yeah.
take another break if we were gonna do that.
Exactly.
No, it's going to be very late. I just wanted to have a starting place next week so we'd be starting with something because we got a little bit.
A little off kilter.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I had a great time. I
got a
finally
lot
got to
done.
do my thing.
Yeah.
Been waiting for this
As you
goddamn
hear-
time.
the barking of what sounds like a hound and the movement further out in the yard, we'll end our session for this evening. I'm sorry, Sheba wanted a child training montage. That montage will have to wait until next episode when we recap. We'll spend 20 minutes on the montage.
It's a
And
child training montage.
Ba-da-da-da.
Kids are gonna kick some goblin ass.
No, it's just
Right.
let's fight
And then
the
they're
whole
gonna
time.
die a horrible death, and we're all gonna cry a lot, baby.
Except Ela.
Well, everyone, I think it was a productive session.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
We got a
you
decent
didn't
amount
get to
done.
Gralhund Manor like I really was expecting, but that's okay. That's okay though. It's gonna be good next week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had that weird intrusion of Xanathar.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to take as long. I was just like, well, that took longer than I thought.
Well, he's supposed to show up, right? Like that's the thing.
That's the DM's way.
Yeah, totally. The adventure says have fucking Xanathar show up and be friends with Emmec, the guy you were supposed to defeat earlier in the game. No.
Supposed
that was
to
me
defeat.
being
We
ridiculous.
did defeat Emmec.
We did.
He is thoroughly defeated.
Well, he is absolutely he's defeated in a worse way, the worst way imaginable.
Were we supposed to kill him?
Thoroughly
I don't know.
destroyed.
Well, thank you guys for playing, and of course, thank you everyone for watching. If you love what we do here, if you're enjoying the show and having a good time, and if you want to participate in more D&D stuff, we do all sorts of stuff throughout the week. On Fridays, we do Pete and Jeremy's D&D time, which are one-shot adventures featuring our viewers. That's you. So if you want to play with us, you can. And if you've watched anything tonight, you've already earned points, which are used to choose who plays every week. So you're already part of the way there. What else besides that? On Wednesdays, we do a show called D&D Time Talks, where Pete and I discuss all things D&D. Pete, do we know what we're talking about this week? I have an idea.
Then that's what it is. Speak it to the world.
We're going to talk about different campaign settings. And a different kind of, not super specific. We're not going to talk about the Forgotten Realms and Dragonlance, but more broad-reaching settings. So more general. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to talk about it. And I know I have a lot to say.
Neat.
Me too now.
Yeah.
Also, it's Jeremy's D&D time on Friday. I'm going on vacation, so it's Jeremy week next week. Just like we had Pete week, it's now Jeremy week.
Ooh.
That's true. And if you want to determine what's going to happen on Jeremy's D&D time, you can do that. You can jump onto our Discord server, and on our channel updates, I've put on a little bit of a poll. Am I a nice DM? Is it going to be the beach episode? Am I an evil DM? Are you guys going to fight some horrible boss monster? Or am I a weird DM?
Easily weird.
And which
Everybody
way-
should vote weird. Weird is currently
What
winning.
could happen?
I think you knew which way this was going to go. I voted for evil DM.
I voted for weird.
I vote
Well,
for
and you
weird.
can vote for more than one. If you only want evil and nice, and you don't want any of this weirdness, you can do that.
Oh, you can.
You absolutely
Oh
can.
shit.
So
I'm voting
jump
for
on there. Let me know what you want to see.
I'm going to vote
excited.
for all three. I voted for weird already, but I'm going to add to the other two.
Tomorrow evening, I'm going to be closing that up. So make sure to vote. Now. If you're seeing this VOD, you have very little time. And I think that's about it. Next Sunday, Pete's not going to be around. So stay tuned on our Discord server for updates on what craziness I'm going to run. Probably a bruise. Maybe we'll keep going on that Monster Manual race thing that we were doing before. But I think without further ado, that just about wraps us up, right? Thank you guys, of course, for playing with me. You guys are awesome.
Hey, thank you for running,
Yeah,
Jeremy.
thank you for running.
Yeah.
You're the usual.
Yeah.
Also, DP and Jeremy's D&D time episode 100's coming up. That's like on the horizon.
wow.
You're running
Holy shit.
so you're doing 99, right, Jeremy?
That depends. I think I'm doing 99.
Okay, cool.
I might do 98.9 or something,
90.
just to be.
98.75.
Yeah, I was thinking 0.9 just to be worse.
No, 0.99.
Anyway,
Get it like right there.
98.6, the perfect.
a couple of additional thank yous I gotta just put out. Sorry guys for interrupting, but we're getting late. Thank you, chat, for watching. We love you guys, all of you. Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you especially, well, not especially, kind of especially.
No, especially.
Thank you especially to Mr. Plunderloot.
Plunder.
Having 15 months with Twitch Prime. It's cost Plunder nothing besides that he was already paying for Amazon Prime to give us his loving support. Thank you, Plunder. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Wonder, thank you.
And thank you, Bionic Sheba, for the 200 bits cheer. Descriptive montage now. Sheba, remind us at the beginning of next session. We'll see how that montage goes.
Poorly, I
Especially now that I've roped them into initiative. It's good. We're gonna force initiative next session.
We'll see about that.
Anyway, thank you all. We love you guys. I think that about wraps us up.
He's Jeremy.
He's Jeremy.
He's Jeremy.
He's Jeremy.
And this is Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
He's Jeremy.
Bye.
God, I fucking
Bye.
hate it, bro.